and welcome to the News That Broke Glass, episode 39. It's only been 3 weeks this time, not 4. Count yourselves lucky. July 5th, is it July 5th today? No, it's July 7th today. The day where Big Bozza stands down and some other sort of cunt takes over and nothing changes. Anyway, I digress. Lots and lots and lots of fucking shit to talk about. I think this is the most amount of reviews I've ever done. I was going to do like half of these reviews and an episode I was going to do tomorrow, but I was like, no point doing 2 like in the space of like a week. They're going to be this long. Because I was going to do RPW's stream was a bit fucked during the live thing for the Deathmatch Circus. That came up. DMDU thing came up. I rewatched the DMDU thing. I realised I didn't watch any GCW in the last 2 weeks. So I'd watched GCW DOA. I was like, there's 3. I could do them next. But I'm just going to do them now. So before we get into that, let's talk about some other big breaking news that's happened. I say breaking, it's been in the last 2 weeks. If this video does look a bit strange and sort of misjointed and like I'm kind of moved over the place and stuff, it's because like my camera batteries, I've charged them all last night to record this, and then within like 5 minutes they're all going to like red saying they're empty. Then I plug them back in and they're saying they're fine. I don't know if it's a problem with the little charger pack or it's a problem with the camera. Fuck knows. Anyway, I'm just gonna double check again and see if it goes to red this time. We seem okay thus far. 3 minutes in. Fucking hell. Anyway. So fucking Takeda's back. There's a Freedom show. Drew Parker is now in Freedoms and he's part of ERE. ERE were beating down babyfaces, Kasai, Masaoka, things like that. And Takeda returned after him taking a big hiatus from wrestling because of his wife sadly passing away at the start of the year. Blasted Sakuda with a bunch of tubes. Basically, I think he challenged Sakuda to a match, or he challenged them all to a match. So basically, Takeda's back. Go and speak about that later on. My favourite fucking wrestler, probably in the entire world. Of all time, I would say my top 4 wrestlers of all time is Kasai, Takeda, Gage and Danny Havoc. But Takeda's fucking back. We also have Ruben Steele was fucking returned. He was against Casanova Valentine. I think it was a New Fear City show. Saw that some sick bumps, a horrible fucking powerbomb Cass gave to Ruben Steele. So Ruben fucking Steele's back. There is a new Texas deathmatch company, so wait, I'll find it on my Instagram, and there is a new deathmatch company starting in Texas. I think it's the start of next year, and if I could work out how to fucking use Instagram, that'd be a lot more helpful. Where the fuck are we? Where is it? There we go. So this is CPS and Jamie of Local Wrestling. This is from Kings Road Wrestling that actually put this as well. I've announced brand new deathmatch promotion, subsequent tournament called Ultraviolent, the wrestling organisation. The logo looks fucking cool, put up here. Their first show will be a tournament of the House of Torture in January 2023 at the Houston Premier Arena. So we've got a new Texas deathmatch company. That'll be fucking good. I'll be watching fucking that. Hopefully it'll probably be on Fight. I'd like it to be on IWTV, but it won't be. We have a new Rise show fucking coming out. I'll go on to talk about that in October. Hoodfoot got a serious fucking injury to his arm. Him and Slade done in hindsight, both of them saying it a ridiculous spot where they were stabbing each other in the arm with light tubes. Huge big cut in his fucking arm. 40 stitches. So donate to his PayPal Cash App thing. I'll put the links up somewhere in the description. Also, Heidi Katrina got her arm seriously fucking hurt. Donate to her too. I've donated to Hoodfoot and them. And also, Akira got his fucking car destroyed. So buy some fucking Akira merch, buy some Heidi merch, buy some Hoodfoot merch. Donate money to them because these people kill themselves for your entertainment. And I think that is everything to go over before we head into 13 fucking reviews. Anyway, hit the fucking intro. Okay, the camera battery's not died yet. who knows what's going on? We'll just have to roll the punches as I say. And also there's some interesting developments that have come up for me in the past few weeks, but these are secret kayfabe developments that I will not be announcing at this due date, but maybe at some point in the near future. Maybe a small sneak peek on episode 40, which will be the next episode. Can't believe that. 40 episodes of me sitting on my fucking couch talking endless crap about deathmatch wrestling. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so, fucking hell. In the past few weeks, and I'm just going to double check that camera one more time. Seems fine. Seems fine. In the past few weeks, we have had a series of fucking amazing shows. Everywhere there's been so much fucking wrestling. It's been like fucking Mania weekend, but it's been everywhere. Time zones and Jesus Christ. So let's just go over the first one. This was on the 23rd of June. This was SHP, Sean Henderson presents Marcus Mather's All I Want. And this was at the H2O Centre in Williamstown, New Jersey. This card was fucking mental. Like, even apparently reading this, with Chris Bradley against Big Vin, and the CWO Mark Angel and Stan Styles were against Jimmy Lyon and JL Cruz. Was JL Cruz not Alex Colon's old tag team partner, or somebody's old tag team partner in CZW? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Anyway, I didn't see them. They were dark matches apparently. So fucking hell, what a big show. First opening match with Too Cold Scorpio against Matt Tremont, and I was like, oh, fucking hell. But obviously, you think that, like, oh, Matt Tremont, you're going to expect light tubes and barbed wire and gusset plates and whatever. Matt Tremont could fucking wrestle, and him and Too Cold Scorpio put on a beautiful little technical clinic of a match. Too Cold Scorpio does win. I can't remember what he wins with. I think it was one of his top. Bear in mind, I've just got this little list of notes. This is all off the top of my head, which is good for the brain training to try and remember 13 wrestling shows. I think Scorpio wins with like one of his top rope signature offensive moves, big splash or the leg drop or something. Too Cold Scorpio wins, puts over Matt Tremont afterwards. He's like, I underestimated you, Matt. Blah blah blah. Matt's a fucking great wrestler, and Matt Tremont puts over Too Cold Scorpio, saying, you know, we wish everybody in the back was as good and gracious and respectful as you are, especially coming from like a veteran like Too Cold Scorpio. Anyway, great match, great to start. Then we got Zoe Sky against Billy Starks. This match was really, really short. I think it was maybe the first or second time I'd seen Zoe Sky. I still can't believe fucking Billy Starks was only like 17 or 18. Jesus Christ. Fucking her, Nick Wayne, Jesus, like, Jimmy Lloyd's like still only like 22 or 23 or something. Like, it's insane. For an old fuck like me. The business gets younger and younger, honestly. Good match. Zoe Sky wins, which I was quite surprised at, to be honest. I mean, it's Marcus Mathers' missus is Billy Starks. I thought we would put her over, but hey ho, whatever. Then we got 4-way elimination doors match. We got Austin Luke, Dylan McKay, Reed Walker. By the way, I didn't watch this show because I ain't paying £30-40 for 4 GCW shows. I paid for one that I want to see. I saw Dylan McKay got set fire to the 4th of July show that happened. It would have been yesterday, or 2 days ago, or whenever it was. I think it was Facade, like, blew a fireball in him, and he was engulfed in fucking flames. I'll put it up there. Anyway, so I think he's okay, but Jesus fucking Christ. I was going to watch that show too, but I was like, it's just too much stuff. Anyway, Austin Luke, Dylan McKay, Reed Walker, Ryan Radix. Nice, fucking 4 wrestlers. It was elimination, doors, fucking, who we go? Reed Walker eliminates Ryan Radix first. We got Dylan McKay. I'm sure somebody took a big like double stomp. They were like held over the ropes and took a big double stomp like through a door, like set up while they were hanging on the ropes. In the end, Austin Luke wins, defeat Dylan McKay. Unsurprisingly, Austin Luke wins. I mean, he's probably one of the sort of, I hate when people use the word 4 pillars for things. Like stop using that. But I'd say he's one of the foundations of the sort of H2O wrestling things. Pillars, they're not foundations. I don't know, it's the same thing. Whatever. Then we got, for some reason, a Yuletide death match. I don't know why they're having a Yuletide death match in July. I don't know if it's sort of explained. Colby Carino was against Jimmy Lloyd. They had a Christmas tree. They had baubles. This match was alright. It was just like, why are they having a Yuletide death match in July? It's funny, I don't know. Who knows? Colby Carino wins. Colby Carino's very, very over. He must be very, very well liked in the H2O Sean Henderson camp. I like him, but I've seen him so much in the last like couple of shows. He beats Jimmy Lloyd, and it was a short match. Then we got the Kirks were against Bussy the GCW tag team titles. Who's going to win this one, you know? Bussy wins, unsurprisingly. We got lots of spots, lots of lesbian Paulin, Ali Catch kissing, Casey, Brandon kissing Effie, roll-ups, lots of sort of dick in the face spots and things like that. And I'm sure Effie won with a roll-up, I think, of Brandon Kirk in the end. Good match, two good teams. I think it's the first time we've ever seen these two, like, as a tag team go against each other. And it's hard with, like, the Kirks to fucking win the fucking tag team titles of GCW, but that will never happen. Anyway, we move on to a death match with Bam fucking Sullivan against Alex Colon. So good to see Alex Colon. Alex Colon is back over to Australia next week, by the way. He is travelling all over the fucking place. Hopefully we can get him back in the UK as well, ASAP. So this is Bam against Alex Colon. This was good. I don't think we got any light tubes for this match. I mean, we don't need light tubes in every match, but it's an Alex Colon match. I expect, you know, one or two. Anyway, Bam Sullivan wins. I think he got him with like a Falcon Arrow, like sort of roll-uppy type thing. But at the end, Alex Colon like put Bam Sullivan over, says that you're fucking amazing. He's like, don't fuck this up, don't lose this opportunity, you're amazing. Just true. I mean, like last year at TOS, Bam Sullivan against Alex Colon, like that was one of my favourite matches. And then like Bam Sullivan was in all these death matches and like No Peace Underground and all these things like that. And then he's just kind of like went away down to non sort of death matchy stuff. But what are you gonna do? Bam Sullivan's great, Alex Colon's great. Bam goes over. Then we got Dante Martin against Alec Price, sorry. Dante Martin's from AEW, who I don't really watch AEW. I don't really watch WWE. I'll watch the odd pay-per-view. So my cat's going crazy. I didn't watch Hell in a Cell. I didn't watch Money in the Bank. I didn't watch AEW's last pay-per-view. I didn't watch Forbidden Door. I'm slowly falling out of the loop, probably because there's 800 other wrestling companies I'd rather watch. And 99% of them have all got death matches in them. Anyway, Dante Martin's a very, very talented fucking wrestler, and so is Alec Price. I only saw him very recently at a GCW show in a scramble. I was like, this kid's fucking really good. Dante Martin wins. I mean, he's the TV star, you know, why wouldn't he win? But this match is good. Get Alec fucking Price in AEW. Get this kid some fucking more higher paid bookings, because he's fucking really, really good. Of all these young guys you see in scrambles, usually get the same guys: Nick Wayne, Jimmy Lloyd, John Oliver. And you see somebody like Alec Price come out of nowhere, you're like, whoa, this guy's fucking awesome. Then we got Shannon Moore, who's somebody I've not seen for a long, long time. I know he's been wrestling in TNA and various things, and he's got a punk gimmick and things like that. My main memory of Shannon Moore is I did not watch WCW towards the dying days. I know he was in 3 Count and whatnot. I remember him just as Matt Hardy version 1's sort of underling, sort of lackey that he would have. I thought he was quite funny in that role. Anyway, Shannon Moore was against Marcus Mathers. They had a thing where there was a picture of Marcus Mathers when he was like 9 or 10, standing next to like Shannon Moore at like a TNA event, and like they were like, yeah, this was like 7-8 years ago. I'm like, fuck, Marcus Mathers is so fucking young, my Christ, and he's so good. Shannon Moore, Marcus Mathers, great match. Shannon Moore's a solid worker. So's Marcus Mathers. Shannon Moore wins, obviously. You're not going to put, you know, Marcus Mathers over Shannon Moore, I don't think. Shannon Moore wins, puts him over, basically does a big sort of congratulatory thing that we need more wrestlers like you, this locker room's amazing, blah blah blah. Good, great. And then we got the main event, which is motherfucking Joe Bateman against Cole Radrick, who is just going insane. Joe Bateman like wrestling death matches like every fucking day, the week before and this last weekend. Insane. Joe Bateman's so fucking talented. And I think you've only got a short amount of time to order his new Sick Cunt Tour t-shirt. Put up there. I've ordered one. I don't know how many dates there are left from it. I've ordered one. Get that fucking tour t-shirt. Fuck yeah. Anyway, we got Cole Radrick, Joe Bateman, light tubes, Violent, both guys bleeding, buckets. Great, fucking awesome. The only real way to end the main event. We had a ladder. We've always got ladders in Cole Radrick's matches. There was like double stomps at the light tubes and headbutts with the light tubes and big kicks and fucking running moonsaults and cutters and everything. It was really, really good, and I think it was at the end, there was like a ladder put, there was like light tubes on top of Joel, and I think Cole Radrick's hit a big double stomp or a big senton or something from the top. This is, bear in mind, this is like 2-3 weeks ago, I'm trying to remember this all, and Cole Radrick's beat fucking Joe Bateman. Great. Fucking great. And then I think Kobe Carino ran out and attacked Joe Bateman because they were going to wrestle each other the night before. The night after, sorry, the next day, Sean Henderson Presents, which we're going to talk about next. Awesome, good to see Cole, good to see Joe Bateman, great show. I think this is probably my favourite Sean, of the three I've seen, my favourite Sean Henderson Presents shows. Like so many, like, you know, you've got Cologne, Dante Martin, Shannon Moore, Joe Bateman, fucking Colby Carino, Two Cold Scorpio, Billy Stark's got all this fucking Austin Luke. Great fucking show. Go and fucking watch that on ICW TV. It was a great sort of kick-off because this was the Thursday before we had Thursday, we had the next night, then we had H2O, then we had ICW Notes Bar, we had all these fucking shows. This was like a great sort of opener for all these shows. Maybe opened too well, who knows. Anyway, then we move on to the next night, which was the Friday at the H2O Centre in Williamstown, which was SHP I'd Do Anything. We managed to get a whole like 10 minutes out of that battery there, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, Sean Patrick Henderson, I'd Do Anything. Sorry, Sean Henderson Presents. This is the 24th, the Friday, 24th of June. So first match we got Marcus Mathers against Reed Walker, very short. I feel like we've seen Marcus and Luke, Austin Luke wrestle like 24/7, but we've not really seen too many singles matches in Reed Walker and Marcus Mathers. Unless that's just me completely misremembering things. Oh fucking hell, what my cat doing? Marcus Mathers wins, beats Reed Walker, maybe getting his win back from last night. That's a shame. I would rather see. Reed Walker's probably one of my favourite of those three guys. Luke, Mathers, and Reed. I like Reed probably the best. Good match. You know what you're going to get with these two. It's going to be fucking good. Then we got Declan Grant against Chris Bradley in a hardcore match, not a death match. I remember absolutely nothing of this match. That's what I'm saying. I will say from the two Sean Henderson Present shows, this was the one I remember the least of. I think this was because this was, I would say, the Friday. I watched the Marcus Mathers ones live. I think I watched this after the fact. So we got Declan Grant defeats Chris Bradley in about 8 minutes. Fair enough. I mean, I might actually go back and watch that match. It sounds decent. Then we got a tag team match as Cole Radricks and Jimmy Lloyd teamed up against Ryan Radricks and Dylan McKay. Cole Radricks and Jimmy Lloyd won, unsurprisingly. They are the two bigger stars of whatnot. They're good. I really like this Dylan McKay guy. They need to get him in more like GCW like singles matches. He does death matches too, you know. So I mean that match was decent. I remember vague things about that match. You get Cole Radricks and Jimmy Lloyd. I can't remember what the finish was. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. Of this show, I remember very, very little. Then we got an NWA rules match. Remember this? Basically, it was Colby Carino against Joe Bateman. Colby Carino came at the start, basically said, right, NWA rules. No going over the top rope, no climbing to the top rope, no blood, no this, no that, no this. Colby Carino beat Joe Bateman. Joe Bateman was busted open. Joe Bateman's always bleeding. He bleeds so fucking good. This was by referee decision because it was Nick Papagiorgio was the ref. You know, they done all the spots with the rules. Don't go to the top rope, don't do this, don't climb this, don't go over the ropes. Joe goes to throw Colby out. He's like, no, you can't do that, you get disqualified. And at the end, Joe Bateman's bleeding because Colby's busted him open from a cut from like the night before with the match with Radricks. And he's got blood in his eyes, and Nick Papagiorgio's like, no, call the match, you can't see. And Colby wins by referee decision. That dastardly heel. I like that. That was good. I like when like wrestlers do like hardcore things. It's all you need in like deathmatch promotions. Same with like the British Top Team, for example. Or you get Colby Carino, or you would get like Steve Carino in ECW. You get these people and they're just anti-hardcore for the sake of it. The anti-deathmatch party in DMDU. It just works. Then we got a deathmatch with Otis Kogar against Louis Ramos. For this one we had saw blades and cans and Louis Ramos getting the shit kicked out of him and bleeding, and Louis just bleeds like great. This is what I'm saying. One we got a match at the next H2O show on the Sunday, I think. We got Louis against Joe Bateman, and you're both fucking bleeding awesome. Otis Kogar's so fucking underrated. Get him in ICW Notes Bar, please. Otis Kogar wins. I think he gives Louis like a big fucking slam on a big thing of like razor blades or big blades. Otis Kogar's got a fucking nice elbow drop as well. So Otis wins. Which is great, good to see. Then we got a 6-way scramble match, which I remember very, very little of, where we had Stan Styles, who's got the shake weight gimmick, defeats Casey Carrington, Mouse, Nick Grande, Riley Rose, and Ryan Redfield. Don't remember anything about this match. I remember Stan Styles being over, and he wins. Then we had Austin Luke against Steve Sanders, who's got like a sort of stoner, weed smoking gimmick. Austin Luke wins. Which I really that Steve Sanders is fucking really good too. He's got the same sort of like, what's the thing that Joe Bateman wears, like a sort of like thing that was got for like an arms brace like thing. I think Steve Stan's got a similar thing to that. Then we got a match between somebody who I was only familiar with like once in my entire life, very, very many moons ago, which was Matt DeMorris against Billy Starks. Matt DeMorris was like a guy who was very well known for like sort of backyard wrestling, sort of like YouTube videos and things like that, and you know, he did all this backyard stuff, but he was sort of very instrumental in like backyard people getting into like actual like pro wrestling and stuff like that. So he was against Billy Starks. This was good. I think this is like Billy's like hero. I think this is probably the best match of the entire show, to be honest. Good to see Matt DeMorris. I mean, I've only ever seen him probably once in my entire life. Great fucking little match. I was expecting Billy to win, but no, she puts Matt over. He wins. Good, they were both out bowing and everything. Great match, hugging each other in the ring, and that must have been a big moment for her. And a big moment for him to come back, because I mean, when have you ever heard his name in a fucking month of fucking Sundays? Then we got Adonis Valerio defeats Pancakes, a match I do not remember, and then we got the main event, which was a grudge match, death match. Alex Colon against Connor Claxton, and apparently they don't like each other very much. They don't like each other from CCW. Alex Colon comes in. We had carpet strips. We had jugs, jug bats. I think we had barbed wire boards. Alex Colon wins. Alex Colon defeats Connor Claxton in a half decent show, I would say. I would say if you're going to watch one of the two Sean Henderson Presents shows from this weekend, watch the Marcus Mathers All I Want show. The I'd Do Anything was alright, but I just say of the two, I think they should have just had one for the whole weekend. I understand. Some matches are good. I mean, we got DeMorris, Billy Starks, Alex Colon, Connor Claxton, Otis Kogar, Louis, and we also got Marcus Mathers against Reed Walker. But in general, I would just say watch the one of the two of them. But the next Sean Henderson Presents show, I'll be fucking watching, because I've been impressed with the output they've been doing. Also, we had like Effie on commentary for most of it, and he's pretty fucking good on commentary. Then we moved on to... So now we have H2O's 6 fucking years of H2O Night 1. For some reason I thought this was just one show, but then it got made to like 2 shows, maybe at the last minute, or maybe I just didn't read all the fucking hundreds of notes I had to read. Basically, so this was the 25th of June, on the same day that we had XPW's Beautiful Disaster, and the same day we had ICW No Holds Barred 25, but this was in the afternoon. Handy for some people to get to the No Holds Barred show, but we'll get on to that. Anyway, opening match. We had Declan Grant defending his title. Matt Tremont basically said, right, you're defending your title, open challenge, I'm not telling you who it is until the show. Colby fucking Carino comes out, and in a very short match, Colby Carino fucking makes the upset and fucking wins the H2O fucking world title. The fuck? Declan Grant, nice fucking new yellow gear on as well. So Declan Grant loses his belt. I really like Declan Grant and Jess Moss. To Colby Carino, so Colby Carino's getting another excellent big push in H2O. What does the future hold for Declan Grant, I wonder? We will find out on the next night of H2O, or the next day of H2O. Crazy opening match, H2O titles changed hands just like that. Then we got a death match between Matt Tremont and Effie. They were going to have like a dance off, and they were fanning about, and all this sort of shit. We had light tubes in the ring. I think Effie took like majority of all the bundles, like he blasted it. Effie was like, I'm not doing death matches. I said no more death matches. Matt Tremont, I think, blasted him in the head with about like 4 different light tube bundles. And I think this match ended because I think it was like Mouse, Bradley, people like that ran out and like attacked Tremont and Effie, and then Effie helped Matt Tremont, you know, guard the yard, as they say. Stop them trying to get to Matt Tremont, and Effie came back in. So no contest, but I mean, hey ho. Decent, we got light tubes, Effie dancing, why not? Then we got hybrid title 5-way match, Adonis Valerio, Dylan McKay, Steve Sanders, Reed Walker, and Billy Starks. And this match was very short for what it was. All these guys are fucking awesome. Still say, like, you got Reed, Dylan, Sanders, fucking Adonis Valerio, so fucking good. What a talented guy. And in a shocking turn of events, the second fucking title change, Billy Starks fucking won. This match only went about 4 or 5 minutes. Billy Starks fucking won. Billy Starks is the new H2O hybrid fucking champion in a great little match. Go your way to see that, and we'll see how long her title reign runs into the next night. Then we got a shitstorm tag team death match, as we had Kennedy Colton and Mouse defeated Alex Stretch and Anthrax. and I think there was going to be some. I think it was meant to be Anthrax and Drew Blood. I think, but Drew Blood wasn't there. They're like making jokes on commentary, like, oh, he doesn't even know what time the shows are, blah blah blah. He thinks it was an afternoon show. He's like, he's going to turn up at 7. There's going to be no one here. Whatever. Kennedy Copeland and Mouse defeated them. We had like Legos and bricks, and there was a bit where like stones were put all over like Alex's chest, like pebbles were put all over his chest, and so he had a big bump onto them. Sure, we had, what else did we? I think we had salt. With all various different gimmicks. I do like shitstorm things where they just like pour the stuff into the ring. Good, the Stones thing looked cool. Kennedy Copeland and Mouse win. You know, the heels go over, why not? Against, I would say, makeshift tag team, but Alex Stretch and Anthrax are pretty much like almost a cemented team in H2O at this point. Not for much longer. Then we got a death match that I've been looking forward to for a long fucking time. It was Mitch Valin was against Jeff Cannonball. This was great. It's good to see, it sounds so disgusting, it's good to see Jeff bleed. He was blasted to fuck with fucking light tubes and gusset plates and just beaten to shit. So much blood all over his chest, all over his face, all over his back. And in the end, Mitch Valin finally defeats Jeff Cannonball and his little team. It was good, it was great, really really good. I'd say it was probably one of my favourite matches of the night, was seeing Mitch Valin destroy Jeff Cannonball. It was just, you know, the feel good story, the anniversary show, fucking great. And Jeff Cannonball bled like fuck. It was good. Then we got H2O hardcore title match with Lucky 13 against Bam Sullivan and Cole Radricks. This match was good, a little bit too short for what I wanted, to be honest. Lucky does retain the title, and we'll say for this, Lucky was meant to be at like another show a little while, but apparently his dad, like unfortunately, like passed away. I think it's going to be the next show he was meant to be fighting against the winner of like another match, and his dad passed away, so rest in peace to Lucky 13's dad, and hopefully Lucky 13's doing okay and everything with that, because it's not the easiest thing, things like that happen. It's horrible, not nice. So yeah, so I don't think Lucky will be around for like the next month or so, for obvious fucking reasons. So hopefully he's doing okay. Then we got Fans Bring the Weapons tag team death match. You've got Chris Bradley and Ross, you know what you're going to get with these two, against Jimmy Lyon and Mickey Knuckles. We had a shopping cart. We had loads and loads of fucking light tubes. We had like a little sort of like brick full of like cocktail sticks. We had trash can lids. We had a shopping cart. We had, I think it was Chris Bradley put on top of a shopping cart with light tubes on his back. Jimmy Lyon did a double stomp barefoot into all the fucking, oh my god. This match was great. I can't remember if we got another weed whacker, but Jimmy Lyon and Mickey Knuckles win. They defeat Chris Bradley and Christian Ross. Another big babyface win for the big anniversary show, biggest show of the year more or less for H2O. Good match, fucking good match. Always good to see Mickey Knuckles, she's fucking great. Then we got another classic between Ryan Redfield and one called Manders. These two just beat the shit out of each other. Clotheslines, chops, kicks, lariats, suplexes. It's so good. One called Manders is very very underrated, and I'm very very happy that he's getting back a lot more bookings in GCW now. I don't know if that's to do with the situation to do with AJ Gray not being there, because something's happened with him. I'm not going to comment about any of that. I don't know that much information about it. But more or less it seems like AJ Gray's been pulled out of GCW and Manders has been put back in, so good for Manders because I like him. Ryan Redfield defeats Manders. I think this is their third match. I think it was their third match, or maybe their second. No, I'm sure it was their third match, because now on the upcoming show they're going to be teaming together, because you know they've beaten the fuck out of each other. Now they're going to team. Hooray! Great match, fucking awesome. Go your way to see that. And in the main event, probably. And in the main event, probably one of my favourite H2O matches ever, to be honest, was an I Quit match, death match between Marcus Mathers and Austin Luke to end the rivalry. We had light tubes all over the things, we had panes of glass. Jesus Christ, this match was just beating the shit at each other with light tubes. Both guys, Marcus Mathers has got like his deathmatch gear on. Austin Luke does not have his deathmatch gear on. He is bleeding like fuck. They're smacking each other with light tubes, cracking each other with bundles. There was a nasty fucking like brainbuster from Austin Luke. He does a brainbuster in the corner to Marcus Mathers, or Marcus Mathers gave it to Austin Luke. One of them went through a pane of glass in the corner. I was like, Jesus, their backs, holy fuck. There's the bit at the end where Marcus Mathers is just smacking Austin Luke, smashing him with light tubes. And this was genuinely, like, whatever I say about it can't do it justice. Go and watch this match. If you don't watch any other matches from the H2O Sean Henderson Presents section of this weekend's lot of shows that I'm talking about, watch this. Austin Luke, Marcus Mathers is probably one of the best matches of all the matches, including XPW No Holds Barred and things like that. It's great. Brilliant I Quit match. Marcus Mathers wins, destroys Austin Luke, and at the end they shake hands, and that's it done. That's the rivalry over with. A little change of character as well, perhaps, for Mr. Austin Luke. Matt Tremont comes out at the end as well and says it was a beautiful, beautiful death match, and he was fucking right. It was awesome. So that was night one of H2O. 6 second years was fucking great. We got so many good matches. We got two like very shocking title changes. Effie, Matt Tremont. We got Mitch Val and Jeff Cannonball. Ryan Redfield, one called Manders. The tag team Fans Bring the Weapons of Bradley and Ross against Jimmy Lyon and Mickey Knuckles. And we got the main event I Quit match, death match, Mathers and Austin Luke. Great, go your way to fucking watch it. And now let's go on to talk about night fucking 2. If I can find my fucking note for it on my phone. Night 2, this was the day after, I say night 2, but it's day after, the 26th of the 6th of June at the H2O Centre in Williamstown, New Jersey. So, 6 second years, night 2, day 2. And we got 3-way match between Anthrax, Bam Sullivan and Ron Mathis with Bruce Gray and Tyler Vox. I think this match was like, they're pretty much just like beating the shit out of Anthrax, like pretty much the whole match. Anthrax was really good, by the way. And then Anthrax steals the win at the end and Anthrax wins the opener. Which I was like, oh great, fuck yeah. Put him over. Against, you know, like Bam Sullivan, the first ever H2O hardcore champion, over Ron Mathis, who's like won the like H2O title like 2 or 3 times or something. Then we got H2O tag team title 3-way, as we got WTF, we're still sat there from the first match in the crowd. We got the End Game, Darren Hardway, Leo Robinson, the champions, and Chaos Control, which is Saliso Vega, not Selena Vega, and Rocket, the man with 8,000 abs. The End Game do win this match, but it was an interesting match, very, very short. Always good to see that fucking Rocket guy's fucking insane. What a fucking frog splash he's got. I think Darren Hardway in that, I think they steal the win. They get like a cheeky little roll up after somebody's hit another move. Those dastardly fucking heels, you know. Then we got a singles match between Mouse was against a surprise opponent. It was Aiden Bale, I think his name is. Or Aiden Beale? Aiden Beale. It's been a while since I've seen him. I think the team used to be Mouse, Bam Sullivan and Aiden. And I cannot remember for the fucking life of me what the tag team was called. They were just a little stable. Basically, Mouse said something about Aiden's son, they were beating the fuck out of him outside, and then I think in the ring, I think either somebody ran down or Mouse rolled him up or done something, and Mouse had a move and rolled him up, and the match was over very quick, and then Mouse scarpers. Mouse wins again. Mouse has got like a pretty good, like, decent win streak in singles matches in H2O. Then, which I think was meant to be Brandon Kirk against Lucky, but for obvious reasons, Lucky's not there, for the H2O Danny Havoc hardcore title. So we got a 4-way death match. We got like carpet strips and light tubes. We had Drew Blood was there this time. He turned up on time for this show. We got Jimmy Lloyd, Drew Blood, Cole Radricks and Brandon Kirk. We had light tubes, carpet strips, everybody fucking flying around the ring. I think it was a foregone conclusion that Brandon Kirk was going to win this match. Another very short match, very good. I like short matches. I can understand for, you know, I Quit matches, last man standing matches, and you get some matches that you want to go like 20-25 minutes. Matches, you know, 5, 6, 7 minutes. It's fine. There's no need for going absolutely crazy all the time. Match about 5 minutes. Brandon Kirk wins, and so at a later date, Brandon Kirk is going to be fighting Lucky for the H2O Danny Havoc Hardcore Championship when Lucky 13 is back. Then we got a match that I think both these guys were wanting for a very, very long time, which was Joe Bateman against Lowlife Louis Ramos. So we had Joel, we had like cut cans, we had 4 locos. I'm sure they were drinking shots. I'm sure it was like on a timer they were drinking like little sort of like miniatures of like whiskey or tequila or whatever. And there'd be like a timer, so there was like a drunk death match, like every timer they'd have to take a shot. So there's lots of different spots where like Joe would go up to like do a top rope move, or Joe would go to like pin him, and they'd go like 1, 2, oh sorry the timer's went, like you've got to take a shot, and it was like almost like done out of spite like to fuck over Joe Bateman. Joe Bateman wins in the end. We'd cut can boards and various different things. I think he wins with a fucking head, but both guys fucking bleeding. Awesome match. Two sort of legend of Australian deathmatch wrestling. The owner of DMDU against Louis Ramos, who's like, you know, maybe what, 25 years? Again, 25 years, definitely like more than 20 years experience in deathmatch wrestling. In the end, Joe and Louis both put each other over. Louis fucking crying, hugging each other. They bring Louis' son in the ring. Joel tells him to take off his shoe. They pour drink into both Louis' son's shoes. They both drink out the shoes as a sign of respect. Australian sort of sign of respect. Both guys hug. Lovely moment. That's what deathmatch wrestling's for, you know. It's for community. They're coming together and drinking out of shoes. Then we got a deathmatch, which I thought was fucking probably one of my favourite matches, which was Mickey Knuckles against Jess Moss. This was fucking Mickey Knuckles, Jess Moss. Jesus Christ, the headbutt she gave her. My Christ, Mickey fucking headbutt the fuck out of her. Nearly as nasty as one of the headbutts we'll go on to talk about fucking NHB 26. Jesus Christ, Jess Moss is so fucking good. Mickey Knuckles does defeat her, and Mickey Knuckles goes on the mic and basically says, right, he's like, next time towards the end of that match, you gave me some fire, you gave me some fucking passion. He's like, I want to see that next time. He's like, because you're a fucking bad bitch and I fucking love wrestling you. Great. Have a rematch ASAP, please, because Jess Moss is fucking over. Mickey Knuckles is great. Next time, Jess Moss better fucking win. Then we got a hybrid title match between Reed Walker and Billy Starks in a great fucking match. Flips and dives and so crisp fucking wrestling between the both of them. And I mean, I will say this for this show, there's like a little bit of times where like people would like maybe like slip on the top ropes and stuff, but they're in the fucking middle of June, inside, it's gonna be roasting. Surprised the fucking ropes are still there, they're not fucking disintegrated. I think this show was meant to be outside. I'm sure Matt Tremont said that on night one, that it was meant to be outside the H2O Centre, but it was still inside, but who cares anyway. Reed Walker fucking beat Billy Starks. Billy Starks was a 1 day title reign of the H2O hybrid title. And so Reed Walker wins. Reed Walker is the new champion. Shame for Billy Starks. I mean, at least she did get to hold the title for a day. Days better than no days, I would say. Then we got our semi-main event. We have Matt Tremont defeats Declan Grant. This was great. This was a death match. It was billed as anything goes. It was a death match. They're smacking the fuck each other with light tubes, punching each other in the fucking face, smacking each other in the face. It was good. It was bloody. It was violent. Another really, really good match. I think it's like Declan Grant's very, very underrated, and obviously he's like being a dickhead heel and everything, and a grimy bastard. Like, he's such a good fucking wrestler. And in this performance, I thought one of my favourite Declan Grant matches. Obviously, is against Tremont. Tremont's fucking awesome. Tremont beats Declan Grant, basically puts him over, and basically puts Declan Grant over and says, right, he's like, I gave you the opportunity with the belt because you always turn up, you don't complain, you show up, you do your job, you're great, and he's like, and you have this opportunity and you're going to go on to further and further success, so fucking well done. And shakes his hand, and I think we've now got face fucking Declan Grant, so fuck yeah. And the main event, we had G.G. Everson against fucking Chuck Payne. All their matches are always fucking really good. In a last man standing match this time, the ring rope was taken apart and smacked into somebody's head. We had fucking chairs being swung at people's heads. We had Chuck Payne bleeding like fuck. We had a massive pile of fucking chairs on the outside. Both guys fucking dropped into the chairs. We had fucking a door with a barbed wire board, 2 chairs, door with a barbed wire board. Chuck Payne was power bombed from the fucking apron to the outside through this big contraption. Gets back up, the fucking, oh my god, Chuck Payne's bleeding like fuck, and then they get back in the ring. G.G. Everson's got like a choke hold on Chuck Payne with like the rope, I think it was the bottom rope, being taken off, choked round. G.G. Everson, Chuck Payne's tapping, but it's last man standing, the tap doesn't count. He's lying there and he tries to get up and he's down. G.G. Everson finally defeats Chuck Payne. The babyface win for the big babyface winning show, the biggest show of the year for the anniversary show. Send the crowd home happy, but it's not over. because the heels come down, Ross and Bradley and Mouse and whatnot come down. Matt Streamont comes down. Austin Luke turns face. Austin Luke turns face and attacks the heels. Austin Luke is now on the side of the good, on the light side. He's ran away from the devil on the dark side. And fucking Alex Stretch has now joined the heels and turned to the evil and the horrible, dark, horrible side. Fucking hell. So there's going to be a big fucking war, games, cage match thing at the next H2O Monday Night Death. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, then we move fucking on to ICW No Holds Barred 26. Jesus Christ, where are we now? So this was at the this is Newark, New Jersey, at the Hart Ballroom. I think this is the third show? The third show? Maybe the third or fourth show they've had here. There's like their home base now in New Jersey. Nice little fucking venue. Open the match with Joker against fucking Akira. Akira always opens everyone. Love to fucking see Joker. So fucking good seeing Joker and all the fucking face paint and everything. He gave Akira one of the fucking sickest fucking headbutts I've seen in a long time. Jesus Christ. Akira gets the fucking shit beaten out of him. But Akira does fights back. Joker hits the fucking Joker driver and fucking wins. Awesome match. Great to see fucking Joker back. Another loss for Akira, but Akira, even win or lose, Akira's always over and he's always good. Joker fucking shakes Akira's hand, blah blah blah. Great fucking match to open the show. Then we got Brandon Kirk against Tommy Vendetta. You know what you're gonna fucking get with these two. I was expecting Tommy Vendetta to win this match, but unfortunately Brandon Kirk did win. I think we got like an exploding like board thing or barbed wire thing into it, and then I think Brandon Kirk went to like a pile driver or something. Brandon Kirk ends up winning in the end, which I was quite happy with, because I mean usually Tommy Vendetta wins all these matches against Brandon Kirk. Then we got my motherfucking favourite wrestler, ICW News Updates, the Bev, was against Casanova fucking Valentine, in a match very reminiscent to Schlack versus the Bev, which is probably a poster I'll have the entire, until somebody has a better match than that. I don't think I'll move that poster. Still my favourite match of the year. This was great. Light tubes beating the fucking shit out of each other, punching the fuck out of each other, chopping the fuck, suplexes, splashes, huge light tubes. It was awesome. It was very good. I wouldn't say it was as good as the Schlack Bev match, but it was amazing. Really fucking good. And Bev fucking wins. Another fucking victory for the Bev. Thank fuck for that. I was going to say get him his ICW No Holds Barred title shot. I mean, he did just have one, but I want like another one against somebody that's not Eric Ryan. And then we got, a lot of people say probably the best match of the night, aside from maybe the main event. We got Casey Kirk defeats fucking Joel Bateman in a light tube bundle. Fucking, see these people fucking messaging me? Fuck off, honest to God. Turn my fucking do not disturb on my phone because I'm a professional. Jesus Christ. This was great. Light tubes fucking galore. Headbutts, punches, fucking. The end of this was just. They both had light tubes, bundles in their hands. Casey just mauled fucking Bateman. Again and again with bundle after bundle after tube after tube after tube. Joe goes down to his knees. It's more fucking tubes, more tubes. Casey hits the big fucking 187 with a chair with fucking loads of light bulbs on it, like the sort of chair elbow drop thing from the top. Beats fucking Joel Bateman. Oh my god. Casey Kirk is unfucking beatable in the fucking chains in No Holds Barred. And I'm thinking that with what we're going to go further on to talk about, we are probably going to see a rematch of this, possibly down under. Then we got a match. Colby Corino, he's every fucking where. Colby Corino's fucking everywhere. Colby Corino against fucking Homicide. We got this great match, great fucking wrestlers working. Obviously we've got the thing with apparently Homicide and Steve Corino don't get along from many years ago, and they had that no rope barbed wire and like Ring of Honor, and I think like it was either Corino or Homicide's got like a blasted like eardrum or something from one of the matches that they had, and it's like they've been deaf in one ear since then or something like that. I don't know. Good fucking match. We got Tax, fucking Colby Corino super kick Tax into Homicide's face. I've seen that spot before. We had a barbed wire board. We had fucking all sorts of shit. Homicide defeats fucking Colby Corino in the end.
Great match. I don't think you're going to see Homicide getting beaten in no holds barred, to be honest. And I think, according to Danny's Mantle, Homicide requested to be on the fucking show as well. So you can't turn down fucking 187 Homicide. Then we got John Wayne Murdoch against Masha Slamovich. The opening bit of this match was more or less like, there was a sort of like board with a big they've got so many long fucking light tubes. They're like fucking 10-foot fucking light tubes or whatever they are. And that was like set up on like doors on the outside. John Wayne Murdoch climbs up the sort of platform thing, and Masha Slamovich throws a bundle of light tubes up, and he falls, takes a big bump right to the outside opening spot. I love when they do like matches where the opening spot's like the most ridiculous thing in the match. It's great. Then we just got the two of them fucking beating the fuck at each other, blasting each other. Light bulbs, doors, all sorts of shit. Masha's fucking great. I'm sure John Wayne Murdoch won in the end with a sort of like a brain buster off the sort of platform thing through like a table or a door or something, and then John Wayne Murdoch wins. I think it's unsurprising he was going to win, but a really, really good match. Nice to see Masha back at some point in the chains. I know she's fucking wrestling everywhere at the minute. Then again, so's John Wayne Murdoch. Then we got the main event, and it was meant to be Atticus Cogar against Eric Ryan for the American Deathmatch title, because the last New York show, Atticus Cogar beat John Wayne Murdoch for the #1 contendership. But Atticus Cogar wasn't there for some sort of reason. He wrote on Twitter like, fuck New Jersey, and he cancelled like another show, but he's back at the Circle 6 shows. He turned up at RPW. I don't know if he's going to be in NHB moving forward. I don't know if he's something personal problems or car troubles or fucking he's injured or who fucking knows. I don't know what's happening. He's turned up a couple of shows recently though. Anyway, he's not there. So Eric Ryan basically said he'll do an open challenge. The Bev comes out and they more or less do like the finger poke of doom but with a light tube. One light tube shot, Bev goes down, 1, 2, 3, Eric Ryan wins. Hooray, it was great. But all the crowd's booing, bullshit, but then fucking Separate Ways by Journey hits and Matt fucking Tremont makes his fucking return to the chains. Matt Tremont fucking comes out against Eric Ryan. Matt Tremont blasts the Bev. We've got the ring is surrounded by light tubes and carpet strips. And I always think as well, when they've got like a Weapons Master Ryan or the ring crew setting up these carpet strips, they hardly ever use the carpet strips in NHB and the chains. It looks cool, but they more or less just like use the light tubes all the time. This match was bloody as fuck. Eric's bleeding like fuck. Tremont's bleeding like fuck. Beating the shit out of each other. What so happy to see Matt Tremont back in the chains, and he is back. He is not just back for a match. He's not just stepping in for Cogar, he is back. He might not be in the next few shows, but he is coming back at a show in September. We're going to talk about this afterwards. Anyway, the ending comes where fucking Eric Ryan had a Kenzan. He's got Matt Tremont in a chokehold on the ground. He's got a Kenzan bashing it to fucking Tremont's head. It's fucking stuck like that fucking deep in his skull that he's a big pair of pliers after the show to pull out of his head. I tried to bid on it and it went over $250, so I was like, right, that's my budget for that done. I've got 2 Sato Jin Kenzans in my like collection. I want to get the Matt Tremont one to have in the middle of it, but hey ho, people want it more than me. $250, that was me, that was my budget for that. Anyway, Matt Tremont gets that pounded in his head, he passes out, Eric Ryan wins, Eric Ryan goes to fight another day. Tremont cuts a promo with the fucking Kenzan still stuck in his fucking head and basically says, right, September, they're back in New York, I think the fucking 10th? Let me fucking see, I think it's the 10th, I will just go through, I assume it's the 10th, the second week. And Matt Tremont, a match we were meant to get NHB 2 was meant to be Big fucking Joe against Matt fucking Tremont. Matt Tremont calls it Big fucking Joe. So in September, in New fucking Jersey, in the New Hart Ballroom, Matt Tremont versus Big fucking Joe, first time ever. Fuck yes. What a show! Another fucking great show from ICW News Updates. They don't do bad shows. I'll fucking say that. They don't do bad shows. And then we move on, speaking of Big Joe, onto the next show that was on this night, a third fucking show on this night in Los Angeles. So I managed to catch all of these live, more or less, but I missed a lot of XPW because their shows run like 5 hours and they're on at like 5 o'clock in the morning. When I got up to go to work at like 8 or something, it was still on. The main event hadn't even happened yet. So finally we move on to the XPW. I say finally, we have still got fucking like 400 reviews to go through. Anyway, XPW, Beautiful Disaster. XPW's Beautiful Disaster. We had a women's title tournament, and luckily they did what Rise and H2O did, where they didn't have semi-finals. Well, I mean, Rise did have semi-finals for the Outlaw tournament, I should say. For Rise Games of Death, they just had like 4 singles matches in the finals, like H2O sometimes do with their tournaments. Anyway, women's title tournament, we had Camille Brickhouse against Donna Perazzo. people smacking each other's arses and all that sort of nice shit. This match was like when they opened the thing in Los Angeles. So it would have been 7 or what in the middle of summer. It's so fucking bright, you can barely even see what's going on. Camille wins. I mean, I'll not really go through much of these matches in detail. I'll just go through bits and bobs of them. Ludart Shaitan defeats Lindsay Snow. I don't even think I saw that match. I don't remember watching that match. Anyway, but Ludart Shaitan beat Lindsay Snow. Then we got Sage Sin Supreme against Chelsea Green, which is the match I was most looking forward to. Chelsea Green on the outside, ranting and raving at the crowd, blah blah blah. Sage Sin's in the ring. Sage Sin wins, unsurprisingly, it's XPW. And then we got Taya Valkyrie, who's like XPW's sort of like main fucking attraction now on the women's side, is against Steph DeLander, who's a woman who I don't think I'd seen before, but I think she was very, very tall. So then, right after this, I mean, this show was like fucking so long for the amount of matches that we had. Not as long as the fucking deathmatch tournament, but Jesus Christ. Anyway, then we had Taya Valkyrie, Camille, Ludart Shaitan, Sage Sin Supreme, ladder match with vacant title. Decent match, lots and lots of bumps, lots of bleeding, lots of fucking stuff like that. Taya Valkyrie wins your XPW Women's Championship. Hooray! Taya Valkyrie's a new champion. Fantastic. Now let's move on to the fucking death matches. So, XPW King of the Death matches, number 1 contender title match. So that would mean the next show in August we are going to get Schlack against Big Joe. I would assume then. No, Schlack against Alex Colon. Too many names, too many wrestlers. Right. So this was like Panes of Glass Light Tubes. We've got Siglo Pay against Alex Colon. They wrestled several times against each other in GCW and places like that. Great. We got like big fucking suplexes through sheets of glass. This match was good. I mean, I remember there was like a bit where they were wrestling, like somebody like threw like a cup of like beer or something in the ring. I was like, I understand that people are like drunk at these shows and it's in Los Angeles and it's like a big party atmosphere and it's XPW. Don't fucking throw shit in the ring like that. I can understand you throwing shit in the ring when, you know, Matt Cardona wins the championship, but like not for like Cologne against Cyclope in a death match. Fucking idiots. Anyway, Alex Colon did beat Cyclope, so Alex Colon is the number 1 contender. This says this on Cage Match, but I don't think they actually announced that at the time. Then we got Masada against Mirio Extremo. We got this was more like barbed wire boards, skewers, power bombs onto barbed wire boards. This was more like a sort of old school, like they did have light tubes, they had several light tubes, but they didn't, not as much as like the match before or the match after. This match was really fucking good. We got like, I think we got a sodomizer as well, like I think we got it off the apron. This match was fucking awesome as well, like fucking Masada, Mirio Extremo. I think this was the first time ever match between these two. Masada fucking wins. Both the Mexican guys taking losses, but hopefully they'll be back in XPW. I mean, they're fucking on pretty much like every GCW show going forward. Hopefully we'll get them back in the chains. Fucking bring them to Rise. Whatever. Bring them anywhere. Then we got the main event, the match we were all looking forward to is Big fucking Joe. It's against Schlack for the King of the Deathmatch's title. Big Joe did beat Schlack at Rise's Games of Death 2 last year with suspicious refereeing, call, cover, counting, whatever. This was mental. Beating the shit out of each other. Joe's fucking caked in fucking blood. He put his ring gear up for sale. I have his ring gear from Outlaw Tournament. I didn't want to buy too many bloody t-shirts. My girlfriend will go fucking mental. We had a big spot where Joe's like fucking hung upside down in the apron with light tubes all over him. Schlack fucking throws fucking ladder right into it. I was like, holy shit. They're brawling in the crowd, smacking each other with chairs. Joe's got the bit where they've got the two fans holding the light tubes, throwing Schlack through them. There's a bit where Joe sort of like suplexed Schlack from the apron into like a big door with like barbed wire and like light tubes all over it. Holy fuck, this match was fucking bloody. This match is sort of match where you're like, you can let it go fucking, 20-25 minutes. Holy shit, there's a bit where like they were outside, I think Joe, Schlack, I think suplexed Joe into like a guardrail on the outside. And like some fucking fan like ran like from the outside, like ran with a chair and like went to like attack them and the referee got rid of them. I was like, Jesus Christ, like fucking, I hate people do that. I am known to get extremely drunk at wrestling shows, but I don't try and run and like attack wrestlers with chairs and shit. Like, don't fucking do that. Hopefully we think that somebody like that would get banned, but they probably won't. It's like, oh no, sit down, sorry, you're just drunk. You're like, fucking Jesus Christ. Please don't attack the wrestlers with weapons or fucking cups or shit. Stupid bastards. Anyway, In the end, Schlack defeats Big fucking Joe. Boo. I really wanted Joe to fucking win that match. But hey-oh. Schlack wins at the end, and we get the end of yet another interesting, very long, very bloody, for the last 3 matches, XPW show. It was decent. There's going to be another show in August called The Reckoning. So, we're interested to watch that, see what happens at that. So far for that Reckoning show, we have 1 match announced, which is Masada is against Brian Cage for the XPW World Championship. So, Jesus Christ. Good, I would say go out your way to watch all 3 of the death matches. And also watch the XPW Women's title thing, the main event. I skimmed through the other matches. Very, very long show for like 4.5 hours for the amount of matches. But hey-oh. Good to see Joe, good to see Schlack, good to see Mirio, Cyclope, Cologne, Masada. Regardless of what else happened in the time. Then, that was XPW. We move on to... What else do we have? Where is it? Where is it? We're moving on to the Deathmatch fucking Circus for ICW No Holds Barred 27 Deathmatch Circus Night 1. So, we open, unsurprisingly, with Schlack and Akira. This match was fucking good. I think it's the first time ever match. Very short, which I like to see. Brutal power bombs, suplexes, barbed wire boards. There's a pane of glass. The finish came when it was quite a strange finish. It was like Schlack power bombed Akira into a pane of glass, and then pinned, kick out, rolled him up again, pin, cover. That was it. Fair enough. Akira loses, Schlack goes over. Nice. Then we got Bobby Beverly against Kaplan, who's a guy I watched like a couple of matches of him on YouTube. I watched an interview with him, but I'd never actually seen him like wrestle before. Him against Bobby Beverly. This was good. Apparently Bev's been wrestling like this whole weekend's wrestling injury. With that, I mean, I couldn't fucking tell. Bev's fucking great. This was Jesus Christ. Best of this is when the Bev fucking smashes a gusset plate in a Kaplan's head, but like hits it so hard it like bends round his head, and he is pissing blood. Pissing fucking blood out his head. It's all over the ring, all over his face, everywhere. Just instantly burst open. Match over very quick as well. I think for Kaplan's blood loss, Bobby Beverly gives him a fucking Sido suplex into a fucking barbed wire board in the corner. Pins him, that's it, Bev wins, good. Then we got Joshua Bishop against Tommy Vendetta, which was good as well. We have all the stuff for the piss jug stuff, people moaning about Mike with his piss jug and using it too much. The fans like it. Some of the fans absolutely hate it, which is funny, you know, it's polarising, a jug of piss. I assume it's just like iced tea or fucking something, whatever it is. The boys seem to like it. Some boys are throwing it. Some boys are drinking it. Some boys aren't doing anything with it. But who gives a fuck? Let me pay fucking hundreds and hundreds of thousands to go to wrestling shows. You just wish you were him in the front row of every fucking show. Leave him alone. Anyway, Tommy Vendetta against Joshua Bishop. This match was fucking good. Good to see Joshua Bishop in the chains. And I was very surprised. I thought Joshua Bishop was going to win. I think he was meant to be against Justin Kyle for this show, but Tommy Vendetta wins in the end, defeats Joshua Bishop. Joshua Bishop healing out, pours the piss jug out. What a dirty heel, pouring out piss. And then we got a match which I was really looking forward to. It was Danny DeManto against Randy West. This was good. Danny DeManto's like facial expressions and shit are really, really funny. Like he gets smacked in the back with like a light tube, then he gets smacked in the back with like a thumbtack bat, and he's like shouting. He's like, what the fuck was in my pack? Then he smacks a gusset plate into Randy West's head, and he's like, solid fucking steel. He gave her a Demanto driver, which is one of the fucking scariest looking moves in the world, on the ground. And then, for the end, he gave her a Demanto driver off the top through a cut cam board, but like the board kind of spent the side. I was like, oh fuck, I thought she'd broken her neck. Jesus Christ. But Danny DeManto beats Randy West in an awesome fucking death match. Really, really good. Really want to see them wrestle again. It was great. Randy West's fine, by the way. Like, she didn't actually break her neck or anything. Really, really good. Then we move on to a match everyone's looking forward to that I cannot wait to get the fucking poster for, which is Cruel against the motherfucking Kirks. So we got the Kirks come down to Mariah Carey remix, Mariah Carey song, dancing about, blah blah blah. We got gusset plates and barbed wire boards and all sorts of shit in the ring. There's like a big cornfield in the background. At this point, it's now night. There's a big cornfield in the background with like a big bus, and there's a big, huge, big fire pit. And Cruel walks out of the cornfield past the fire pit. It's like the coolest fucking entrance ever. Even if you don't want to watch any of ICW Holds Bar, just watch Cruel's entrance for this, because it's fucking so cool looking. Cruel's got a big new fucking jacket, this big fucking horror monster. This match was good. It was just basically like Brandon's running away, Casey's running away. They'll run away. Cruel will go after one of them. The other one will attack them. Brandon was like hiding behind a door, like at the start of the match. They tape Cruel to the fucking post, stick gusset plates in his fucking chest. Cruel fucking choke slams Casey off the apron through a table. He choke slams them both. He fucking just beat the fuck out of them. I cannot remember. He threw Casey through a door. I can't remember what the fucking finishing spot was for this fucking match, but Cruel fucking beat the Kirks, unsurprisingly. I mean, I know they're trying to put Brandon and fucking Casey, well, especially Casey, over like everybody. You know, she beat Joel, she beat John Wayne Murdoch, she beat Danny DeManto. I don't think they were going to beat Cruel. I mean, it'd be fucking cool if Cruel won the fucking title. But yeah, that match was fucking awesome. Cruel's entrance is fucking great. Awesome, lovely fucking match. Then we got John Wayne Murdoch against Dale Patricks. Love these two fucking wrestling together. Really, really fucking good. We got huge, big light tubes. I like the big, huge fucking light tubes because they can use them like fucking 3 times. Recycling, you know? It's good for the environment and for people's bloody fucking heads. This was great. We got, I'm trying to remember what the fucking, I think we got John Wayne Murdoch's big. There was a lot less, I would say, light tubes at this show than there was at the next show. Which is fine. A lot of the times they do that with like, if they do like one sort of pit show or whatever, they do a pit or a pit fight, they use a lot less like weapons and light tubes than they are at the next sort of show, which is fine. Breaks up a little bit, like, makes the shows a little bit more different. John Wayne Murdoch gave us big sort of Deep South Destroyer from the top through a door. Dale Patricks kicks out, and then I think we got the big Brainbuster finish. John Wayne Murdoch wins. Great match, great fucking match. When he wants to see Dale fucking win, Dale's fucking over whether he wins or loses. He's like Akira. Then we got the main event. We had light tubes. We've got light tubes one side, carpet strips, skinny tubes other side. Joe Bateman against Eric Ryan. Smashing the fuck out of each other. We got panes of glass. This match was great. Really, really fucking good. I think this was like when they had their match at. The last match they had was in Tennessee, which was only very, very short because Eric Ryan basically came down and just challenged for the title, I think, because he was the #1 contender at the time. Anyway, in this match we got, I think, we had headbutts, we had sentons, we had little skinny tubes, we had suplexes into skinny tubes, we had all sorts of fucking shit. At the end, Joe Bateman, Eric Ryan was down. Joe Bateman's fucking kneeing him and kneeing him and kneeing him, and fucking SPO calls it. And Joe Bateman is now your first ever 2-time American fucking deathmatch champion. He beat fucking Eric Ryan. Eric Ryan is a bloody fucking mess. Holy shit. Couldn't believe that. I watched this fucking live. I couldn't believe that. I was like, what the fuck? Because Joe Bateman had like a 1-day title reign, I think, with the belt the last time. Now, it's because he beat Bentley and then he lost to Ryan. Now he's beating Eric Ryan. Holy shit. I think we are possibly, a foregone conclusion, we are going to move for Casey Kirk against Joe Bateman in Australia. That's what I'm thinking we're going to go for. And then we move on to ICW No Holds Barred's The Pit 7. Now, unfortunately for this show, there's an incident outside and the event got cut short halfway through. There's an incident with a fan, an altercation with another fan or something. People were shouting at each other, people were arguing, it all went away, blah blah blah. Everything calmed down, and during the show somebody pulled a knife and stabbed the other person. They're having an argument outside. But thanks to the fucking wrestlers in the company and the medical staff on site, they managed to pretty much save the guy's life. And he's fine. Well, he's not fine, obviously he got fucking stabbed, but he's not dead. That's what I mean. So this show was cut short, but the matches that we did fucking get, holy shit, I really, really enjoyed it for what it was. Opening match, we got Neil Diamond Cutter. He needs to be on every fucking ICW No Holds Barred show, by the way. So he was not been on the last like few. I think the last one he was at before this was against Tank at NHB. It would have been 24, I think, was the last one. He needs to be in every fucking show. And I think he showed in this match. Why he deserves it. This match was fucking great. It was MDC against Malcolm Monroe III in the pit. Just the canvas takedown. There was like kryptonite crunches onto cinder blocks, there was falcon arrows onto chairs, there was just forearms and headbutts and sentons and big like suplexes into chairs set up, and like fucking there was a cinder block put over MM3's leg. Fucking Neil fucking throws a cinder block through the other cinder block. It was just brutal. So many kickouts. This match went 15 minutes, and it was just so... I was on the edge of my seat, because I really, really want fucking Neil to win, but I was like, Malcolm's gonna fucking win. Gonna fucking put him over. In the end, Neil fucking wins. Probably one of the best matches of the entire weekend of Deathmatch Circus. With a falcon arrow onto all these gusset plates, onto these chairs, 1, 2, 3. Awesome fucking match. Really have a rematch in the chains, man. Fucking great. Then the next match, you got Isaiah Broner against Aaron Williams. Always good to see Aaron Williams. There was a lot of like fighting in the crowd, smacking each other, punching the shit out of each other. The area where they have in the motorcycle club hall building that they were using, where they're having it outside. Where RPW's had a few shows. I think they had Code Orange in this building. There was like Aaron Williams did like a moonsault off that, where like the Struggles and Ron were sitting. Ron and fucking Struggles always good in commentary for this whole weekend as well, by the way. It must have been fucking boiling for them fucking there. Holy shit. Isaiah Broner wins. I think he tapped. Did he tap Aaron Williams out? That was something like that. Yeah, I think he passed out. Decent match. Good to see both those guys there. Then we got the Carver against Satu Jin. Get more fucking Satu Jin. He's not been there for like the last couple of shows as well, I think, in ICW NHB. Ron and Struggles are both mentioning that in commentary, saying basically NDC and Satu Jin, like, you know, they were kind of like having like more or less winning streaks, and then they just kind of dissipated in ICW NHB. I'd have both them fucking challenge for the fucking title. Fucking bring it on. I'd love to see Neil and Satu fucking hold that belt. Both fucking deserve it. Anyway, the Carver wins. We had gusset plates and all sorts in this. Good to see the Carver winning. I think they just win for what he has to face for the next night. Great match. And then with the final one, we had Darren McCarthy against Brandon Kirk. They had hockey gloves on. Darren McCarthy smacks Brandon Kirk in the arse with like the cracker bat thing and a hockey stick. A trash can lid was thrown at Brandon Kirk's groin. He went through a door on the outside. What else happened? Brandon Kirk smacking gusset plates into Darren McCarthy's head, and Tommy Vendetta threw the towel in for Darren McCarthy, saying no more, and Brandon Kirk wins. I don't know if that's going to set up dissension between Tommy Vendetta and Darren McCarthy, but they seemed pretty happy after the match. And then obviously we got the situation with the fan outside, and the show was cut short. So that was the Pit 7, which was shaping up to be probably one of my favourite Pit shows, based on just the fucking opening match alone. It was really good for what it was. Then we had ICW. I was going to do the RPW show. Fuck, will I just do the RPW show? I'll just do the RPW show now. Because this was... So those two, the Pit 7 and Deathmatch Circus Tag 1, they were both on the 1st of July, which was the Friday. So we had, I think it was 8 PM for NHB 27, and then the Pit was midnight. And then this was the next day, which was July 2nd. So we'll just go forward through. So basically, RPW Inked Blood 2, Deadly Dawn. I was trying to watch this live. The stream was shit. Absolute garbage. It kept freezing, it kept buffering, it kept doing that thing with that annoying song that it plays on IDV TV where the connection link goes off. Like, I think the show was maybe like 2 hours long, and I think maybe altogether I maybe caught 15 minutes of actual fucking wrestling. Where all the things stopping and starting. Everybody's complaining about it online. Not the fucking wrestling company's fault, it would just be the uplink or the fucking system or they're running it outside or fucking, but it was unfucking watchable. So this is when I watched this like yesterday when they actually put up on our IWTV. So anyway, we'll get on to that show right now. So, RPW's Inked Blood. I don't know why I'm holding that. That's just a list of 13 shows. So we had RPW Tag Team titles. All I'll say is, as well as for this, it wasn't a big deal, but the bottom rope was very, very fucking slack. Very, very fucking slack for the show. Anyway, Midwest Scum, Dread King Logan and Zach Thomas defend their titles against the Culmination. They defeat the combination of Gory and Otis Kogar, because Zach Kogar wasn't there. For unknown reasons, but Hail, the Dread King Logan and Zach Thomas did, with Darren McCarthy, do win, retain their titles. At the end though, somebody comes out, and it's Atticus fucking Kogar comes out wearing a Culmination t-shirt. They all take skewers. Otis, Gory and Atticus skewer all of the Midwest scum, including Darren McCarthy. Good times. Axe Cogar's back. I was thinking maybe he was going to interfere in the main event with Joel, and because then this throws everything into fuck with Joel Bateman winning the title, because obviously you're meant to have Schlack Eric Ryan for the title the next night, and then you're meant to have Joel Johnny Murdoch, so basically the title things changed hands. Anyway, I thought Atticus Cogar was going to run down the title match and interfere or something like that. Make it a 3-way. But he didn't. Hey ho. Then we got Madman Pondo against Chuck Stein. Always loved to see Pondo. Pondo's fucking great. Chuck Stein, we got gusset plates smacked in his head. Pondo's got the gusset plates stuck in, because he's got a big mohawk, stuck in Stein's head, getting kids in the crowd to like smack him in his head. Fucking bleeding everywhere, smacking him with light tubes. We got the end, there was like a cinder block put on Chuck Stein's groin, a pane of glass put over him, and Pondo with a fucking sledgehammer smacked in all of it, and fucking wins and beats Chuck Stein. Good little match, good little death match. We got, we got death matches pretty much like three in a row. 3 or 4 in a row. Then we got Satu Jin against Schwartzy. Satu Jin didn't have a match, I don't think, and he challenged, because obviously like Hoodfoot got injured with the stabbing situation. Hoodfoot did actually come out of the pit, by the way, and said that he's going to be back in August. Like, for the fucking size of the hole in his arm, he's going to be out 3 weeks. Jesus Christ. And his first match back and change is going to be against Sadika. Holy fuck. Anyway, Satu Jin comes out, challenges somebody. Schwartzy comes out, I did not expect, for a death match against Satu Jin. We got light bulbs. We got weed smoking. They were brawling outside the big bus that you saw where Cruel walked past at the other side. Schwartzy took a big fucking leap and jump off that. Right onto Satu Jin, onto some doors on the outside. Cool fucking spot. I wish somebody got thrown into the cornfield. I understand they don't want to destroy the corn. I mean, but Cruel's walking through it. They could at least have somebody get thrown into the cornfield. Anyway, whatever. I'm not a farmer, I don't know. I mean, if I was a farmer, I'd probably be quite annoyed that somebody got thrown into my corn. Anyway. Satu Jin, they come back in, there's thumbtacks poured out. I think Satu Jin hits like a big like sort of Samoan drop thing into the tacks. Pin Schwartzy. Good match, good win for Satu Jin, former Rust Belt champion. Then we got a match that I've wanted to see forever, as Joe Bateman defends his American Deathmatch title. I mean, it would have been amazing if Neil had won this, but he obviously wouldn't. Against Neil Diamond Cutter. Light tubes, headbutts, fucking... Oh, just two of my favourites in the fucking world, NDC against Joe Bateman. Great. Light bulbs, Neil goes for a big splash, misses the big splash thing. I was like, if he hits that, it's going to be over, but no, hits a cutter. Fucking Joe Bateman, there's a huge big bundle of like 12 light tubes. Hits this sort of sit down, like, sit out pile driver, like tombstone pile driver thing that he hits. Pins Neil Diamond Cutter 1, 2, 3. Boo. But hey ho, I don't think they're going to have Joe lose in a non-ICW Notes Barred show. Then we got John Wayne Murdoch against Danny DeManto. This was funny. We were just beating each other with light tubes, huge big light tubes. They're a bit when they're sitting out in the crowd and they're like taking the piss of like Misty and Ian Rotten, smacking each other in the head, saying this something about the engagement, hitting with a light tube. Then John Wayne Murdoch says Ian never went to the post office, hitting each other with light tubes. That was fucking really, really fun, really good. Danny DeManto does the big elbow fucking drop. Onto John Wayne Murdoch, onto these tubes. Tubes don't break, that looked fucking painful. John Wayne Murdoch wins in the fucking end. I think with the big brain buster. Great match. When these two work together, you can tell they're fucking like best of friends. They fucking love each other and they just work really well together. A nice, entertaining, bloody, hardcore, violent, and funny comedy match. Good. Then we got Akira, who is the FML, which is a Canadian deathmatch promotion. He won their first ever Canadian sort of deathmatch title at a tournament that they had. This was on the same day as like an NHB or a GCW show. I remember seeing clips of it. They had like Green Phantom was there, they had tubes, they had no rope barbed wire. But Akira won that tournament and the title. He defended it against Malcolm Monroe III and Tommy Vendetta, two Michigan boys, in a 3-way. This was good. Some brutal shots. There was like sent-ons to the outside, just Lego. We got fucking pile drivers into Lego. I think the very last spot, I think, was Malcolm Monroe III got like, it was like a sort of powerbomb suplex thing from the top with all three guys involved. And I think Malcolm Monroe III took the worst of that, got suplexed down into the Legos, kicked out. Akira picks him up, does a sort of reverse like DDT spike thing, pins him, and wins, and Akira gets a little win. and basically says, you two guys fucking come to Canada and we'll fight in Canada, deathmatch style. Woo! Then, main event. This was a very, very quick show. We got Randy West defending the Respect title against Dale fucking Patricks. This was fucking good. Randy West is fucking awesome, Dale Patricks is fucking awesome. Randy West getting fucking choke slammed through panes of glass, gusset plates, everything you can fucking expect. Light tubes. Dale Patrick's wearing a very nice white Ruthless Pro fucking with the cool like death metal like logo thing. T-shirt with a picture of Hoodfoot on it. Randy West does win in the end and retains her title. I did think Dale Patrick's just going to win. But hey, oh, that's the end of the show. It was very, very good. Aside from all the stream fuck-ups with it being live, that was RPW's Inked in Blood 2 Deadly Dawn. And then we move on finally to... I say finally, this is finally for the Deathmatch Circus. We still have another fucking 3 shows to go, don't you fucking worry. Deathmatch Circus Night fucking 2. So... this was, we had the first match, which was Schlack against Eric Ryan, barbed wire boards and stuff. Eric Ryan comes out, launches the fucking piss chuck first thing. Eric Ryan looks hurt to fuck, so I will say for this, a lot of the guys look hurt from the night before, especially Bev and Ryan, which is fair enough. Bev's already working with an injury and things like that. This match was more or less just like Schlack squash match. And if Eric Ryan's hurt, he took 99.99% of the bumps in this. I don't even think Eric got even like 2 moves of offense. Schlack power bombs him, throwing him through doors, barbed wire boards, power bombs, smacking him about, angle slams. Schlack wins in about 5 minutes. Squash match. I mean, I assume Eric Ryan's hurt, but if he is hurt, why have him take all the bumps? Then we got Akira versus Brandon Kirk in a match that I think the last time we saw this would have been the Pit PFX 7? The one that's kind of purple and blue. I think it was John Wayne Murdoch against Neil Diamond Cutter in the winner. The callback to that, we got Casey Kirk smacking Akira in the head with the bin lids, because I think he did that to Casey at that show. My god, my memory. Jesus Christ. I only remember that because I just got that, recently got that poster. It was one of the ones I was missing on. This was good. Akira actually gets the fucking win. Defeats Brandon Kirk, which I was shocked at. Akira's first win in NHB for a long fucking time. Long time. Then we got the next night, we got these 2 guys who are not getting a fair share in NHB, I would say, for the last month or 2. Certainly not for Neil Diamond Cutter. Sato Jun's been around a lot more recently than Neil Diamond Cutter. Sato against Neil Diamond Cutter, 2 of the best fucking deathmatch wrestlers in America. This was good. I was expecting Neil to fucking win, but Sato Jun wins with pane of glass over Neil, running big senton into the corner with the glass. Sato Jun wins. And I was like, but I guess they're both on the show. Hey ho. They will both live to fight another day, and hopefully Neil will get his well-deserved American Deathmatch title shot in NHB. Then the next match we were meant to have, the Bev was against fucking Hoodfoot. Bev's injured. The Hoodfoot's fucking injured. Bev's still there, and we got who's going to fill in for the Hoodfoot? Tommy fucking Vendetta comes down. This match was incredibly fucking short. I assume just for the Bev being fucking hurt. Tommy Vendetta wins in like 2-3 minutes. Very, very short, sort of wins out of nowhere. I think it was with his like sort of little pile driver. And I was kind of shocked it was so fast, but then you know that the Bev's hurt. You're like, fair enough, at least he's fucking wrestling, you know what I mean? So hopefully he gets a little bit of rest when he comes back in the next fucking, he just, you know, doesn't get hurt. Because I fucking love the Bev, want him on every fucking show. Then we got a singles match between Casey fucking Kirk and Dale fucking Patricks. And I think it was going to be a foregone conclusion before you've seen this with Casey's run in the past little while that she was going to beat Dale Patricks, but Dale didn't fucking put up a fucking fight, I will say that. Thanks to Brandon Kirk being there, Casey Kirk wins, beats fucking Dale Patricks. Casey Kirk moves on. She is beaten, like I said, she's beaten Demanto, John Wayne Murdoch, Joe Bateman, Dale Patrick. She's beaten 2 of the former champions. I fucking 99% think that she is going to fucking fight Joe Bateman for that title in Australia and potentially fucking win, which would be an amazing fucking scene. Then we got probably one of my favourite matches of the entire Deathmatch Circus weekend. I'd say it was on a par with Neil versus Malcolm Monroe III. Cruel versus the Carver. This show was like slightly earlier, it was slightly brighter, or whatever the fuck was going on. Oh yeah, that's because the NHB show the night before was like starting an hour late, I think. So the Cruel walks out of the cornfield again, but there's no fire and it's not dark. It still looks cool, them like wandering out this cornfield. Against the Carver. This was great. Gusset plates, light tubes, smashing each other with light tubes. Cruel, there's a bit where the Carver's like gets a big pane of glass. I think this is the first time they've used a pane of glass against Cruel since the infamous one with Satu Jin at the Deathmatch Horror Story. Carver brings out a pane of glass from like out of nowhere, like out like by the crowd. Cruel like backs up, and the commentary mentions it. They're like, oh my god, I've never seen Cruel like back up like this. He sits down in a chair. Carver throws like Satu Jin style pane of glass right over the fucking Cruel. Jesus Christ, what a fucking spot. It's fucking awesome. This match is so good. Beating the shit out of each other. Carver like giving Cruel a run for his money. Like you're expecting like it's Cruel. You're expecting just to hammer this guy. But like Cruel, like Carver's like got him on the ropes for a lot of it. And in the end, Cruel fucking wins. Gives him his sort of big double underhook like slam driver thing. And wins. And the Carver did fucking amazing. And hopefully we'll get to a rematch between these two in the future. And finally, for the Deathmatch Circus, we have Joel fucking Bateman against John Wayne Murdoch, and they have these 10-foot tall tubes all around the ring, aside from like one side where they're coming in. So it's a very fucking cool visual. And this was, as you would expect, is Joel Bateman against John Wayne Murdoch. I think for the first time ever. I think pretty 100% sure it is the first time ever. Light tube fucking war. Beat the shit out of each other. Fucking there was also a door. Joel Bateman took the brainbuster thing from the top thing through a pane of glass up a door, kicks out, fucking headbutts, lariats, fucking just brainbusters. It was just awesome. All these huge big tubes just smashing the fuck out of each other. And in the end, by referee's decision, I think very, very similar to the situation that we had with Eric Ryan the night before, like the knees or punches or whatever. John Wayne Murdoch's out, Joel Bateman wins by referee's decision. Joel Bateman retains his American Deathmatch title. Because I was speaking to people online as well, a lot of us were saying like, fuck, what if John Wayne Murdoch wins? You know, because like, stranger things have fucking happened in No Holds Barred. But Joel Bateman fucking wins, and Joel Bateman is back on his way to fucking Australia with the American Deathmatch title for awaiting the arrival of No Holds Barred in fucking October. So, Deathmatch Circus this year was fucking awesome. Obviously, oh fuck, every time this fucking happens, every fucking time. Every fucking time, it's fucking great. Obviously there's annoying things with the RPW show, with the stream and everything, but Deathmatch Circus is awesome. It is well worth your money on IWTV. TV. Check out all the fucking shows. I'd say my favourite matches, any matches with Joel Bateman, any matches with Neil Diamond Cutter, any matches with fucking Cruel. Just watch the whole fucking shit, it's very, very good. I wouldn't say there's a bad fucking match. Then, we move on to GCW's DOA. This is the only GCW show I watched. They had also had another thing on at the same time as Deathmatch Circus, where there was like 4 shows over 4 days. It was like $35. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I picked one to watch. It was the one that I thought had most death matches on. So, we had a 5-way scramble to open. Tony Deppen, Alec Price, Dark Sheik, Jimmy Lloyd, Yoya. This was fucking good. Tony Deppen does the best fucking plancha suicide fucking dive flip to the outside ever. Dark Sheik hits a move on, I think, Alec Price or Yoya. Tony Deppen rolls her up, 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Tony Deppen wins, great. Blake Christensen against Chase Burnett, who's a guy I'd never seen before. A walking stick gimmick. Does some fucking pretty cool moves to the outside, moonsaults and whatnot. Blake Christian fucking wins. I'm going to try and do this as fast as fucking can. Then we got Ninja Mack against fucking Calvin Tankman. I mean, first time I've seen Calvin Tankman in a long time. We got, and surprisingly for me, Calvin Tankman's beating the fuck out of Ninja Mack and everything. Ninja Mack wins. He does, I can't remember what he hit. Hit something, hit his little shooting star flippy thing in the ring. Then hit a 630 fucking Phoenix Splash. Phoenix Splash 630 onto Calvin Tankman and fucking wins. I was like, whoa, holy fuck. Then we got a match that I could not care less about. All 3 guys are very talented. Alex Shelley's a legend. Nick Wayne's the future of the business. I just don't want to see all 3 of these guys wrestle. I don't care. 17 minutes, blah blah blah. Jordan Oliver wins. Super kick, wrestle, whatever. Then we got Second Gear Crew, Manders, Mance Warner, Matthew Justice against Team Horror Slam. Vendetta, Malcolm Monroe III and Brian Wellington. I'm very, very happy to see Vendetta and Malcolm Monroe and GCW getting a booking for them. I was expecting this to be the case where it was like Akira had a match against Second Gear Crew where he was like tagging with Cologne and G Raver and GCW, and it was just more or less just a squash and beat the fuck out of him. But no, it wasn't just one-sided, but lots of chair shots, lots of brawling in the crowd, everybody getting their shit in, Legos, all sorts of shit. The ring was covered in like Legos and crap by the end of the match. In the end, I think it was like Vendetta and Monroe were put on a table in the ring. One of the legs was broken on it. It was set up on the ropes. I think Manders gave Mans a slam from the top onto the guys on the table, and then Justice hit a big fucking splash. And then they win, unsurprisingly, decent match. Then we got the Slade Hoodfoot thing. There's so much like light tubes and plunder the ring. I thought it was going to be so good. Obviously, they got the incident with the stab in the arm, blah blah blah. Stupid spot. Hoodfoot said it was stupid. Left to fight another day. 3 weeks he's out. Slade's fucking great. Slade wins by referee's decision. Felt bad for Slade because like it's an accident. It's not his fault. But a lot of people writing the line, oh, he's green as fuck. He shouldn't be doing this. Blah blah. He's wrestled at the same amount of time as Hoodfoot. Like it's an accident. Give the guy a fucking break. Then we got Shane Mercer against Akira. We got light tubes, barbed wire boards. We got some nice fucking like colour on fucking Shane Mercer as well. We got light tube fucking super kicks and light tube fucking. I think Akira went to hit his big, where he's got the light tubes on his back, like onto like a board on top of him. I think that he fucking missed that. I think in the end it was the murder salt thing that the moonsault follow-away slam thing that Shane Mercer does onto like a barbed wire board onto Akira, where Shane Mercer picks up the win. Another loss for Akira in GCW, who would have thought. Then we got Alex Colon against Dale fucking Patricks. I think this is Dale Patricks, one of his first matches in GCW for at least a very, very long time that I can remember. For the Ultraviolent title, got the TNT title there as well. This match was fucking great. It's Alex Colon, Dale Patricks. You know what you're going to fucking expect. Running knees, light tubes, fucking punching the fuck out of each other. Both guys are fucking so crisp and really, really good at fucking wrestling. Dale Patrick's fucking choke slammed Alex Colon through a pane of glass through a door to the outside. Alex Colon takes that bump so many times. In the end, Alex Colon wins. He ain't losing that fucking belt to Dale Patrick's. Not in fucking GCW. Then in the main event, we have, it was meant to be Cole Radricks and Joey Janela against Ciclope Medio Extremo. Joey Janela, some sort of flight problems, he couldn't be there. So, Ciclope, Radricks, Extremo, three-way. Panes of glass, light tubes. Fuck yes. This was fucking great. We got fucking splashes through glass set up on the outside. We got fucking suplexes through glass. We got like sort of Spanish fly flips through glass. By the end of it, the entire ring was covered in glass. You're hearing them walking about with their boots on it. It sounds like fucking people like walking through the snow. It's that fucking crunchy. It was fucking great. Ciclope's got light tubes and kicks them into fucking Cole Radricks' head. All three guys are fucking working their arses off. All three of them are fucking bleeding. I think at the end there was a bit where we had a senton by Medio Extremo, went to pin Cole Radricks, then Ciclope did a big splash of light tubes, they didn't break. Cole Radricks did a moonsault, like all these different transitions, like a springboard line salt. All these different transitions, it was fucking great. In the end, Ciclope fucking wins, pins Cole Radricks. Great fucking match. Awesome, awesome. Really good show for GCW. Just unfortunate for, I enjoyed the scramble, probably because Tony Deppen won. Didn't enjoy Jordan Oliver, but that's just my personal preference. The match is probably very, very good. Second Gear Crew was good. Slade's Hoodfoot situation's unfortunate for both guys, especially for fucking Hoodfoot getting 40 fucking stitches in his fucking arm. Cologne Patrick's is great. Shane Mercer and Akira was great. It was just a sort of, but in general, sort of bare, sort of average fucking show for GCW. But we had 4 death matches and a big fucking brawl, and we got to see Tommy Vendetta and Malcolm Monroe III in GCW. Moving on to the next fucking show that I watched, which was DMDU's. Where did I watch something else? I don't think I did. I think we might be down to the second last show. Right, Melee at the Palais, and then I'll quickly go over the Emu War Games that I just watched last night as well. So, this was opening match. This was on the 28th of May. Obviously, DMDU stuff slightly further back because of the Australian stuff, IWTV, whatnot. Callum Butcher against Felix Young. We had gusset plate boards. Callum Butcher went right through a gusset plate board. We had lots and lots of skewers. We had doors. We had Callum Butcher, we had gusset plates. Callum Butcher's bleeding like fuck. Cannot wait to see him next fucking weekend, by the way. Callum Butcher fucking wins. Really good to see Felix Young. I think it might be in one of his first death matches. Good match. Callum Butcher wins. Moving on. 6-way scramble. We had Jordan Sampson, Rochelle Roge, Tyson Reed, York, Hector Jones from Anti-Deathmatch Party and Kid Valiant. Big fucking scramble match. Really, really good. And a scramble match I don't hate to see because unlike GCW, they don't have a show every day. I only get to see these guys, you know, once every month or so. So Kid Valiant wins, I think, with a big frog splash. Good to see Kid Valiant get a win after all the bullshit he's had to go through with Gore. Then we got Matt Hayter against Tarley. Good comedy match. They have a rematch at the Great Emu War Games. Matt Hayter's still got the best fucking super kick in the business. Lots of comedy stuff. They fancy each other, but they don't fancy each other. Tarley fancies Hayter. He doesn't really fancy her, but he does fancy her. At the end, I think it was a no contest or something, or Matt Hayter wins. And basically says, at the next show, Emu War Games, if you beat me, you can take me out for a date. Oh, and Tarley's off just made up. She loves it. Good shit. Then we got Big Dude Energy, defeated Sexy Greek Boys, Nixon and Yanis, and the Black Roach Reserve, which is Xavier Black and Scotty Roach. In a 3-way, the winners get the titles. Big suplexes, big fucking moves, like fucking Big Dude Energy, fucking... It was a foregone conclusion they were going to win this. And then they win and they get their final. I think Murdoch comes out, who's a little bit drunk. Big Dude Energy basically challenge him for Great Emu War Games. In a street fight, he agrees, even though he's a little bit drunk, but he says, if you don't beat us, me and Aisha, in Misspent Youth, you don't get to challenge us for the title again. And the minute he said that, I was like, no, that means they're going to win. Fuck. Anyway. Then we got Damian Rivers against Jack Wilder in a death match. This was pretty fucking good. Damian Rivers is very, I think this is the first time, maybe the second time we've seen Jack Wilder. They're balling outside, a big dive on the outside, hit the fucking light tubes, light tube bundles. Both guys are fucking bleeding, gusset plates, fucking barbed wire bats, all sorts of shit. Damian Rivers, who hasn't lost a death match in DMDU, wins. Unsurprisingly, great match. This was taking place at the Palais in Geelong, by the way. I do really like the venue for this. Then we got Gore. Again, with Crackerjack against Delta. Great. Big power moves. I mean, they had a match before, I think, a couple of shows ago, before Gore was the champion, before he was back with Crackerjack. And Gore fucking defeats Delta, I think, with his big sort of power move. Fucking about from Crackerjack. He comes in, he takes a spear from Delta, distraction. Big dominator from Gore. Good match. Gore's not going to lose to Delta. Then we got the winner for the team advantage at War Games is Joe Bateman is against Lockie Hendricks from Anti-Deathmatch Party. Joe Bateman's fucking bleeding like fuck in his sort of Dusty Rhodes inspired gear, even with the boots. Headbutts, I think obviously he's got like cut in his head. Lockie Hendricks opens him up. We got the Anti-Deathmatch Party coming in for the steel, all the heel shit shenanigans. Joe Bateman takes a chair on the outside to the head. Lockie Hendricks rolls him up. Lockie Hendricks wins. The heels get the advantage for the War Games, which is the way it should be. Then in the main event, which is a fucking fantastic match, Edward Dusk, who's probably one of the best wrestlers in the world, I'm convinced, was against Will Walker in a Falls Count Anywhere match. They're brawling up in the crowd, suplexing each other in the crowd in this sort of like walkway thing. They went back. There was a barbed wire board. There was a ladder. There was light tubes. There was fucking all sorts of shit. Edward Dusk's fucking bleeding, doing deathmatch shit. Big fucking ladder spot. Holy shit, this match was phenomenal. Go on IWTV and check it out. I can't do it justice. It's really fucking good. Ending spot comes. There's like, I think Will Walker goes up to the top. He gets a sort of like, it's like a one-winged angel. I can't remember what Edward Dusk calls it. I've heard it mentioned so many times in the last 2 days. Off the apron, through a barbed wire board to the floor. Falls Count Anywhere, 1, 2, 3. Edward Dusk wins, beats Will Walker. What a match! They do play the wrong music at the end, which annoyed me slightly. But what a fucking match! Great. Fucking go your way and fucking watch that. Very good show again from DMDU. DMDU don't do bad shows. I'd say go your way. Watch Edward Dusk, Will Walker, Damian Rivers, Jack Wilder, the Big Dude Energy 3-way, Matt Hayter and Tarley for a bit of comedy, and the opening match with Butcher and Felix Young. But not a bad match on the show. Then we move on to the Great Emu War Games. I cannot remember the list of the way the show went, but I'm going to quickly get a piss before I move on to this. So we move on to the Great Emu War Games. This was June 18th. Now, I have got a list of all the matches here. I don't have the results, but I remember the results off in the top of my head. but I have just the matches here. So first of all, we had a scramble where we had Natasha Valentine, Jake Wilder, Tyson Reed, Emin the Kid, Rochelle Roge, Bruce Buchanan, Sam Yanis, Levi Nixon, Chantel Phoenix, and Scotty Roach. And who the fuck won again? I think Chanel Phoenix does win this match. It's a big fucking scramble match with 2 fucking rings. It's everything you could expect. 10-person fucking scramble, fucking good shit. And also the scramble, as I will say, to criticise GCW once again. Not their fault. I know they just run so many shows. They're getting the ticket sales and people are selling at the shows. Why not run? I've just seen too many GCW scrambles. Match was good. We also then had Tarlee against Matt Hayter again. We had lots of spots with people's arses, and Matt Hayter was wearing a thong. Tarlee bending over the ropes, lovely stuff. What else did we have? Basically, I think at the end, if Tarlee wins, she gets to take Matt Hayter out on a date. I think he calls her ugly at one point, she's very upset. The finish comes, Matt Hayter, feet on the ropes, rolls her up, wins. No date for her. Oh my god. Then we had Gore against Kid Valiant, comes down. Kid Valiant's with his missus as well. This match was very, very short. Gore destroys Kid Valiant. I think he's got sore ribs. Powerbombs, Dominator wins. Crackerjack comes in the ring. He has a staple gun. He fucking staples all over Kid Valiant's missus' head and her arms and basically says, get the fuck out of our ring. Fuck off. Good times. Gore still champion. Kid Valiant destroyed. But he's got injured ribs. He will live to fight another day. We had J.K. Moody against Edward Dusk. This match was good. Not a patch on the match Edward Dusk had with Will Walker, mind you. Really, really good though. First time with me saying J.K. Moody. I enjoyed it. Edward Dusk wins, unsurprisingly. We had JXT was against Shazza McKenzie, who's back in Australia. This match was fucking good. JXT is very, very good as well. Now, for the life of me, I cannot remember who won this match. I have a feeling it was JXT. Or was it Shazza McKenzie? Was it Shazza McKenzie? I can't remember. All I remember was it was good to see Shazza McKenzie. She was in ICW Nold Bard previously, I think. Or she was at least at a show with Danny. No, it was a ETU show where she wrestled against Danny the Map. But he basically says he wants to fight her in the chains. She's in the chains. So basically, you're going to see her at the DMDU Nold Bard shows. What else did we have? We had an amazing fucking 3-way death match. We had a board with gusset plates, a board with barbed wire between Xavier Black, Jordan Sampson in his first death match, and York. And the main sort of thing for this was spots. They had lots of skewers. Some skewers didn't get stuck in Jordan Sampson's head. They more than fucking made up with that. They brought a fucking board of nails out, and fucking Xavier Black got powerbombed into it. You see a picture of his fucking back? Holy shit. Holes all over his fucking back, my god. Skewers in everybody's heads. York brings out cinder blocks. There's fucking suplexes into broken cinder blocks. Holy fuck. There's a bit. Obviously, they've got the 2 rings for the War Games thing. Door with barbed wire set up. I think Jordan Sampson got suplexed from the apron through the space where the 2 doors were in between the 2 rings. Holy fuck. Scary, scary shit. Big fucking sentons. In the end, fucking York wins, and the winner of this match went on to the Dream Tournament. So we have now got York, and we've got another name announced for that tournament, which is Jimmy fucking Lloyd is flying over to Australia for the Dream Tournament number 2. Then we go to the semi-main event where we got Big Dude Energy against Misspent Youth in a fucking street fight. Everybody all in their fucking street fight gear. Fucking Murdoch looking like G.I. Joe. Aisha's got like torn things, like not their usual fucking gear. Great. Big Dude Energy, one of the guys gets thrown to the outside through all these tables and chairs, doors and chairs, sorry. Taken away, Murdoch gets sent out, one of the guys comes back, they hit the 3D on Aisha through a door, they hit all this shit through the doors, Big Dude Energy wins, blah, big feel good moment for all the fans involved. Big Dude Energy win the tag team titles, and I booed. Big Dude Energy are great, I just like Misspent Youth better. I mean, Misspent Youth would have a fucking rematch contract, you would think. And then, into the final match of the night, the big Emu War Games. So, Emu War Games is apparently, I mean, I don't know if they're going to get, WWE will be coming for them for calling it War Games. Emu War Games, they'll just put commas and dashes and dramatic pauses when you say it. apparently there was emus were fighting Australians in the Emu War or something, and emus won or something. I don't know if that's... I didn't look it up. I don't know if that's the commentary team being overly humorous. The commentary team for DMDU are always fucking good, by the way. Very, very fucking funny. But, so basically we have got, first out, we have got Lockie Hendricks is out for Anti-Deathmatch Party. They've got the advantage, Heel's got the advantage. It's the only way to really book a War Games match. 5-on-5. Everybody's got 10, then it's the match beyond, pinfall, submission, surrender. They're always going to have the advantage, the heels. So the first one out for DMDU was Callum Butcher. The next one out for DMDU. Callum Butcher and everything. Callum Butcher's bleeding straight away. He gets the shit kicked out of him. The next person's meant to be out for DMDU was meant to be Damien Rivers. He does not come out, plays music, has been beaten up backstage. Who knows? Then the next member of Anti-Deathmatch Party come out. They've got a fucking toolbox of just like weapons and chains and just beating the shit out of Callum Butcher. Finally Mad Dog comes in to take the save. He comes over the fucking cage. There's a big flip into the ring. Great shit. It was a really, really, really good match. Only one complaint, but I'll get on to that. Then we move on, Heels get the advantage. Lux comes in, she's drinking something. I think she brought the toolbox in. We've got all the members of the Anti-Deathmatch Party come in. Lobo finally comes in, the Australian Deathmatch legend Lobo. Mad Dog is set up, I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. Mad Dog set up Katie Lux on top of the things. Lobo hits a big fucking splash onto her, crushes all the way through it. Holy shit, Lobo's back. Takes his belt off, beating the shit out of fucking everybody. We've got, so more or less, we've got Mad Dog, Lobo. Last person to come in is Joe Bateman. Joe Bateman comes down, and we've got 4-on-4. Who's the last member of the Anti-Deathmatch Party going to be? No one comes out. This is my only complaint. I'll say it. Finally, Damien Rivers comes out. He's got crutches. He's been beaten down backstage, but no! It's a ruse. He takes his black top off and he's got an Anti-Deathmatch Party. He starts beating the fuck out of the Anti-Deathmatch Party people. I think Joe Bateman then comes in at this point, I think, to attack Damien. Yeah, Joe Bateman comes in after this to attack Damien Rivers. My God, why would he do that? I just wish they would have done it where they had Damien Rivers is meant to come out, or Damien Rivers gets beaten up backstage, then he comes out walking with a crutch, then they hit the Anti-Deathmatch Party music, then he takes off the t-shirt. Not to do like two fake, do you know what I mean? Not to do two fakes of there's nobody coming out in a row. Have him come out but beaten up with a crutch, then the next person's going to be Anti-Deathmatch Party, then he takes off the thing and then attacks. But that's my only complaint. Joe Bateman comes out, everybody's beating them up. They're at a one man down advantage. Katie Lux does a big dive off the top, hurts her fucking neck. I think she gets taken out on like a stretcher. Hopefully she's okay. It'll look fucking nasty. In the end, we've got all the Anti-Deathmatch Party people are getting beaten the fuck out of them. There's only one guy left in the ring. I wish I could fucking remember his name. I will look it up. It's difficult to remember everybody's names. It is... I think it's Jones. I think Jones is left in the ring. All the Anti-Deathmatch Party people. There's a strimmer. I think Whitaker comes down with a new gimmick to help out the Anti-Deathmatch Party people with a fucking head strimmer, or a whippersnipper as they call it, or a weed whacker, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever part of the world you're from. He comes down to help the DMDU guys. So much is going on in this match, holy shit. In the end, all the Anti-Deathmatch Party people leave the ring. It's left with Jones in the ring. They want to surrender. He says, fuck you, I won't surrender. So they bring in a bundle of light tubes, and then he says, I surrender, and then they smash him over the head with it anyway. All the Deathmatch Down Under guys are all in the ring. Joe Bateman puts over everybody on the crowd, gives the crowd mic to fucking Lobo, Callum Butcher. Everybody's holding their fucking hands up in the ring. Deathmatch Down Under win at the end of the day, but we've got Damien Rivers has turned his back on Deathmatch Wrestling in Australia. Oh my God, what a fucking show, great fucking show. Go and watch it on IDV TV right fucking now. You got your comedy with Tarlene and Matt Hayter. You've got fucking good wrestling with Shaz McKenzie and GXT, Moody and Dusk. You've got fucking Deathmatch, the War Games, the Street Fight, the Scramble. So many different palettes. So many different things at the buffet of wrestling to pick from. Fucking great, go and watch it. Holy shit, right. That is all the fucking reviews done. Now let's move on to freedoms. Takeda's fucking back. So, Freedoms, this was Freedoms at Spread Your Wings. Freedoms Dream Again, that's the name of the show, very long title. It's the 3rd of July in Sendai, Miyagi, Japan. I nearly said Michigan, so I used to say Michigan. So the main event was ERE, Light Tube Deathmatch. Sakura, Drew Parker, who's now in Freedom, and Violent Jack, beat Kasai, Sasaki, and Masaoka. And this was when, this was before this Takeda came back and basically said on the 10th of July he is back in the Corrigan Hall for the deathmatch thing and he's going to be fighting against ERE. So this was the show that we had. So we got ERE won a little tune-up match for them. They beat Kasai, Sasaki, and Masaoka on the 3rd of July. But then this Sunday on the 10th of July at Corrigan Hall, Deathmatch Carnival, Jun Kasai presents Volume 1. Main event, Glassboards Light Tube Deathmatch Grudge Match. ERE, Parker, Sakura, Violento Jack are against Masaoka, the champion, Jun Kasai, and Masashi fucking Takeda. Holy fucking shit, that'll be insane. And I want to see some clips from this last match that was on the 3rd of July, but there's not been yet anything online for that. Anyway, we want some GCW's updates, small updates for that. Joey Janela is going to be in Liverpool. I'm still yet to hear back from TNT. I have said, emailed before, messaged, I've not heard anything back yet. I still have 2 balcony tickets for the GCW, the sole GCW show of the tour. I've not got back to yet, so hopefully I'll hear back something this weekend from TNT. Anyway, Joey Janela is going to be there. Woo! GCW Homecoming updates. This is August 13th, 14th, Showboat. We are going to have the Cardonas renewing their wedding vows. So that'll be fucking interesting. Love Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green, they're great. Also, we have got 4 ladies announced for this show, holy fuck. Rina Yamashita's back, Charlie Evans is fucking back, Sawyer Rex coming back, and the debut of Makaito. Holy shit, like that is fucking insane for that show. And GCW's IWTV Settlement Series is on the 10th of July. My god, it's very, very poor showing all this crap. Because obviously they have the settlement by IWTV, so they're putting on some shows. I'll show you here, this is the poster for it. Ha 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 ha. It's so funny to make your shows look as bad as possible. Ha 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 ha. Very, very funny. Let's just see if I can see. We have some names for it, some of them aren't even spelt properly on the thing. It's very stupid. Where are we? Got some wrestlers for it. Oh, it's very, very funny. We've got Akira, Brandon Kirk, Axton, Too Hot Steve Scott, and Yo-Yo. It's not spelled Yo-Yo. Pathetic, really pathetic. And there's loads and loads of fucking other shows that are coming up for GCW. As always, there's 800 shows. What else do we have? Fucking... No, posts. All. Show me the photos for fuck's sake. Sunday, July, so they've got Back to the Bay, San Francisco. The only thing I can see from that I really want to watch is Medio Extreme on single player against the South Pacific Savages. Friday, I think this Friday. No, that's next Friday, July 15th. Single pay Medio Extremer against Nick Wayne and Jordan Oliver. Do I want to see that match? I don't know. Various different other stuff. GCW's back to North Carolina. GCW August 20th is back to Atlanta Center Stage. They had their backyard show. Various different things. But anyway, whatever. That's GCW. ICW No Holds Barred. So, we have got a little plethora of updates for this. So, ICW No Holds Barred in Chattanooga, which is the 22nd and 23rd of July at Red Bank, fucking Tennessee. By the way, Tank has 2 fucking new t-shirts up on Deathmatch Worldwide, so find those fucking t-shirts. I'm actually going to buy them. It's been a long time since I've put in an order for Deathmatch Worldwide because I've been spending fucking loads of money on all loads of other shit. Anyway, TW Arena, buy Tank's t-shirts. Let's move on. PFX 11, this is the 23rd. Sorry, this is the 22nd of July, PFX 11. We've got Kevin Koo, PFX 11. Kevin Koo against Akira. We've got Hardway Heater against Justin Kyle. If Justin Kyle's cleared to wrestle, I'd assume so by then. We've got Danny Demanto, the boss of ICW No Holds Barred, against Jaden Newman, the boss of TWE. And we've also got Reed Bentley against Casey fucking Kirk, which was meant to be at the Chains, but I think something to do with Reed Bentley. He's busy doing something else. So he's going to be against... He's going to be against Casey Kirk at the Pit Fighter show. And then ICW No Holds Barred 29, the next night. We have got one match announced for that. Sorry, we've got 2 matches announced for that, because one of them just got announced yesterday. as I was writing these notes. We've got Tank versus fucking Cruel. Holy fuck, cannot wait for that. And we've got fucking Casey Kirk against Eric Ryan. And I think if she beats fucking Eric Ryan, it's a foregone conclusion she's the #1 contender. So that's Tennessee. That is in 2 weeks' time. So, August 20th, which was meant to be King of the Deathmatch weekend, but fucking wrong. Fuck IWA Mid-South. ICW No Holds Barred, we've got 30 and 31 happening on the same day. Summit Park District, Summit, Illinois. The 30th is an afternoon show, 3 PM, which is going to be the Ultraviolent Vortex, which is like in this vein as Take the Piss of IWA Mid-South, a mystery show where we're all going to know the matches ahead of time for the 30th anniversary of NHB. Fucking high hopes for that fucking show. And 31, which is NHB 31, 8 PM, same day. We've got one match announced for that, and it is Hoodfoot returning from his horrible fucking nasty injury against Sadika. Holy fuck. Then in August also we have NHB, which is hosting the second ever Battle of the Tough Guys. Battle of the Tough Guys 2 tournament. This is August 27th. This is at the Sonia in Massachusetts, where they had NHB 25. And we've got some names announced for this fucking tournament. Holy shit. We've got debuting in ICW No Holds Barred, Slade. We've got Schlack. We've got Gary fucking J. Always good to see Gary J. Hoodfoot. And just announced last night, Brandon fucking Kirk. And the tickets all go on sale. Basically, the time this video is up, I'm recording this on Thursday the 7th. By the 8th tomorrow, I'll just find them on my phone. The tickets for the DMDU ICW No Holds Barred show go on sale. So let me just see if I can find it, because they've got the prices for all the tickets and everything's already up already. So they're on sale tomorrow. But basically, by the time this is the 7th, by the 8th tomorrow, they'll already be up, I imagine. Where are we? There we go. So we have the Friday's Pitfighter X, the Saturday at 2:30 PM's DMDU, Saturday at 7:30 PM's No Holds Barred, and Sunday 3 PM is NHB versus DMDU. So the tickets go on sale tomorrow. I don't know if that's Australian time, or if that's UK time, or if that's Japanese time, or whatever time it is. Anyway, and speaking of DMDU, this is next weekend. Alex Cologne is back over to Australia. So this is Saturday the 16th of July. We've got DMDU live wrestling. There goes the neighbourhood, and as you can see here, the little things like sort of like the fucking, what was it called? The Backyard Wrestling Games. Which I did have. I had 1 and 2. I think I had Backyard. Yeah, I did have Backyard Wrestling 2. Yeah, because you had like Zandig and Sick Nick Mondo and Ruckus and everything, and like video games, crazy fucking shit at the time. The games are terrible, but like it's still good to see like Zandig and Ruckus and Messiah and all sorts of shit. Anyway, so we've got Will Walker against Damian Rivers in a death match. Damian Rivers now not for the, to turn my fucking phone off. Damian Rivers now for the anti-deathmatch party against Will Walker, so who knows what that'll be like. We've got Tyson Reed against Edward Dusk. We've got the Sexy Greek Boys against the Black Roach Reserve. And we've got the DMD title as a guy I've never seen before, someone in a little promo video, Jack Tarr, big fucking guy, against Gore. And then Sunday, this is the 17th, the Saturday show is at the Shepperton Fairgrounds, and the Sunday, this is the 17th of July, which is DMDU's Taken Back Sunday 3, is at the Kindred Band Room in Yarnaville, sorry. There's too many names and too many things to remember. So we've not got any matches announced for this, I don't think, but we've got the usual suspects for the poster that I'll show you. Cologne, Charlie Evans, Joe Bateman, Tarlee, Gore, etc. And then, as I've said, we've got the Dream 2. This is going to be Death Rolls Everything Around Me tournament, Saturday, August 27th at the Arrow in Swanson. We've got York and fucking Jimmy Lloyd announced for that. And also, keeping things slightly down under, we've got Heathen Combats Waltzing Off the Face of the Earth. This is July 23rd at the Place. And we have got the main event for that, which is the One Above All Deathmatch Championship. As Horace defends his title against Alex Cologne. I assume it's not for both belts. I mean, Alex could win that. I'll just find, because there's another match announced for that, for Heathen Combat, for that show. I wonder how we'll be able to get that. And also we've got Tar Lee is against Vic fucking Craig on that show as well. Holy shit. And then we move on to H2O. So we've got Monday Night Death Volume 2 is coming up on July 18th at the H2O Centre in Williamstown, New Jersey. We've got the Hustle War Cage Match, not War Games. We've got, so the main event for that, we've got Declan Grant, Louis Ramos, Jess Moss and Austin Luke are against the heel team of Ross, Bradley, Alex Stretch and Mouse. The interesting match. Fucking good. Everybody likes their War Games matches. Then we've also got Matt fucking Tremont against Sawyer Wreck in a death match. Holy fuck. And then we've got one half the hardcore, one half the tag team champions. Darren Hardway is against the man with 8,000 abs, Rocket. And also this weekend on July 8th and 9th at the Emerson Theatre in Indianapolis, Indiana, AWR presents the Asylum Deathmatch Tournament 3, and I'll just go through the matches that we have for that, and then we will finally move on to some Rise and KCW stuff. And we are all done for today, however long this fucking episode has been. Where are we? Asylum Wrestling. So, photos. So, we have a non-tournament match for the thing. We've got Electrified Lightbulbs, Mickey Knuckles against Akira for the AWR Revolutionary Championship. We've got round 1, Otis Kogar against Will Brannan in a fuck you death match. We've got a Thumbtack Hell death match as we've got Schwartzy against Tommy Vendetta. We have also got Cole Radrix is against JJ Escobar in Pools of Fuckery. What else do we have? We have also got Percy Drews against Raven Havoc in Ladders and Light Tubes. We've got Aiden Blackheart against Rude Boy in Doors of Fuckery. We've got Remington Roar against Brad Cash in a Shark Teeth death match. Hoodfoot is against MM3 in an I Quit death match. I don't think that'll be fucking happening, so they'll have to replace him. And we have also got the Necro fucking Butcher returning in a Taipei death match against Chet fucking Ripley. So that is this fucking weekend, 2 days. I don't know how you're going to be able to catch that. That's tomorrow and Saturday in Emerson Theatre. And then finally moving on to next weekend. The next episode I'll probably do will probably be after this show, because I'm away next weekend to Derby next Sunday. Well, I'm away on the Saturday. I'll be back on the Monday to watch. Why the fuck is everyone so complicated with this fucking phone? To go and watch Kumite. So we have, just go through the show for this. We've got still get tickets for this. It's going to be 18. We're going to have some death matches. We've got fucking Callum Butcher fucking coming over. Big Joe against Tomby for the Death Wolves Championship. So we've got Act 2, the KCW Ring Crew against the Roughneck with Mark Adams. We've got Hayley Harris against Alfie in women's action. We also have Big fucking Joe against Tomby for the Death Wolves Championship. We've got Callum Butcher defending the DMDU title against fucking Clint Margera. We also have Tyler Owens against Antonio Gonzalez. We also have Kingsley Knight and David Grant against Danny Darko and the Voodoo Queen. And finally, in a match that I'm probably most looking forward to in the whole show, even though fucking Callum Butcher's there, we've got Alton Thorne as against Michael fucking Caden. So that's next fucking Sunday. Tomorrow or Saturday, I'll be going down the street to pick up light tubes. Hopefully I'll be taking about 40 of them down to the show. And finally, Rise. I have no idea what's happening with the August show. It was obviously meant to be the June Jubilee weekend. There was meant to be an afternoon show and an evening show at the Sheffield warehouse thing. Who knows what's happened for that? There was going to be tickets. It was going to be August 20th. They were going to redo the show. The tickets have now been taken off the Rise website, so I don't know if that show's still going ahead or if anything's happening or who knows what's going on with that. But there has been another show announced, and by the time this, I saw this on Patreon. I have got an early bird ticket. There was only so many. They're all sold out anyway. For £5 cheaper than you'll get them on the things. There's seating tickets, there's normal tickets. Basically, Sunday,
October 16th. It'll be 3 till 7 p.m. This is at the Warehouse in Leeds. Now I looked at the capacity of this, and so the Irish Studios is pretty much about 300 capacity. I think obviously you're taking away about like 40 people or something with the ring being there. So about 250 or whatever. This is 600 capacity, so say about 500, 550 capacity, which is about double the size of the Eager Studios. And we have Rise presents Rise or Die. And this is already been announced on Patreon, so you will know this. This is the poster, because by the time this is up, it'll be Friday. The main event is the British fucking top team. Darwin, the Rise champion, Lou fucking Nixon, and Brett Semtex are against the Deathmatch fucking Outlaws, the Deathmatch champion, Big fucking Joe, Michael Caden, and Darko in an all-out fucking war, 6-way fucking deathmatch. So that's fucking Rise. This is the end of the news that fucking broke glass. I don't know how fucking long I've spoke for now. Anyway, for the next episode, I'll be back with episode 40. I'll have a full review of the KCW show. I'll have videos and pictures and whatnot. So go out for the Instagram, because there's big news coming for Scottish death matches. So keep your eyes peeled, and thanks for watching episode 39. 30 fucking 9, holy fucking shit. Anyway, no death match, no life. Until next time, I'll see you in fucking...